Good evening. Welcome to the second round of the playoffs tonight on Pay Dirt. I'm your host, Ethan Sunken, filling in for the great Andy Campbell and Drew Baker. Tonight we feature 7 games on the show, starting with Tonkawa at Fairview, the game of the week, Lindsay at Crossings, Garber at Dewar in a Class B matchup, Hooker at Cashin in Class A, also Minko at Ringling in Class A, and Jones, Washington in 2A, and to round it out, we'll have Balco Forgan at Empire Class B. First, we'll go to Fairview, where the Yellow Jackets are hosting the Buccaneers of Tonkawa for a spot in the Class 8 quarterfinals against the winner of Morrison versus Stroud. Tom Nelson and Adam Dieselhorst are on the call for the Oklahoma High School Skordle Game of the Week.
These teams have played 7 times since 2000, and Tonkawa leads the series 5 wins to 2. Tonkawa has a bruising defense led by Noah Campbell and Luke Shepard that's giving up 12 points a game against a tough schedule, and some electrifying skill position players. Running back Cam Jackson transferred in from 6A Ponca City. He's rushed for almost 700 yards in just 4 games. Roman Chandler has almost 1,000 yards rushing, and he's healthy after being injured and missing a couple of games. Don't forget Kai Day, who was all over the field when I saw them play Cashin 3 weeks ago. Now for Fairview, their defense has been salty as well, giving up 14 points per contest. Blake Perez is a disruptor.
Now we'll take you to Garber and Dewar, where Dewar is hosting the Wolverines.
Line of scrimmage, but gets a gain of 5.
I like that play call. Let's just establish the run. Let's give it to our guy back there. See what he can get. Good 4-yard, 5-yard, 5.5-yard gain to start the game for the Wolverines.
Good to see Ty out here on first down, getting the back of the tailback position, coming off the injury, looking good. We said that last week. Played some defense. Got a few snaps, but now he's back 100%. So there's Ty on the second down. Yep. Another looks like he's going to be inches short, but about a 4-yard gain to bring up 3rd and short.
You know, obviously they're really good, but they don't have anybody that looks quite like Ty Chester.
He's a matchup problem. He has been that way all year long.
Yes.
So 3rd and short in the gun. Got Nagel out wide right, Solomon Bishop wide left. Try to get him on the hard count. Looks back to the sideline towards Coach Hughes, gets the play call. Snap by Weidling. There's a snap. Hand off to Ty Chester. He gets the outside, gets the left side, and gets tripped up. But he does give the Wolverines their first down. We enter Dewar territory for the first time.
That's a mindset sequence of play calling, saying, you know, we're going to give it to our guy, our horse, and see if you can stop him. And I like that from Coach Hughes to start this game.
1st and 10 from Dewar's 35-yard line. There's a snap, little option. There's the pitch out to Ty. He catches it. Good blocking upfield by David, and Ty gets another big gain on first down.
4 straight carries to start the game.
Like you said, we are kind of setting the tone early on the ground game. Line getting out in front right there, kind of setting the tone.
We got Dylan Dalton at right guard in for Cooper Hughes here to start the game. Cooper got hurt a couple plays ago.
There's a snap, looking to throw across the middle of Skubanek, and kind of got a little press coverage, couldn't get into his route early. So on 1st and 10, incomplete pass. So 2nd and 10 upcoming from Dewar's 25.
Yeah, see Cooper over there. He's on his feet and just getting a little bit of attention. It looks like he should be okay, but it's hard to tell from over here. But he's not laying on the ground or anything.
Be good. Get him back out there. Big guy's had a really successful freshman year. So
yes.
Twins left, looking to throw again on 2nd down. Out route to Solomon Bishop, and good play by the outside linebacker. Can't tell the number, but bats it down. Thomas Brownfield, senior, dives out, lays out, gets a hand on the ball. So now we have a 3rd and 10 from the 25. Early in this first quarter, Wolverines are threatening, but it is 3rd down. Big 3rd down early in the game. Ty Chester moves from the left side to the right side at tailback.
Now we'll go to Jones and Washington, where Jones has just intercepted Washington in Washington territory.
6'5" quarterback for Jones. Hands it up off the middle to running back. Number 10 for the Longhorns. On the carry, little to no gain. Makes it 2nd and 9. Clayton Creasy of the running back. Second and
5. I was about to say, he picked up about 5 there.
Go back and look at that. 2nd and 6.
Second down 6.
$10:25 to go in the quarter. Longhorns, a tight formation. Send Caden Carl in motion. Carson May looking to throw. He's getting rushed. Hayden Milner there, has him for a second. Now he spins off. Now throws it deep to a receiver who's open in the end zone. Touchdown. Wow.
That's D1 commit quarterback right there, escaping some pressure and giving himself a little bit of extra time, finding one of his big-time receivers and throwing that one in for a score there, get an early score on the board for the Longhorns.
Looks like number 11, Emmett Murphy, with the touchdown. And the Warriors had him in the backfield. Coach Beller talked about it in his interview with the paper and in the coaches show that the kid's like a big Ben Roethlisberger. You're going to have to bring him down if you're going to get a hold of him, or else he'll spin off and keep the play alive, and that's what.
Now we'll go to Cashin, or Hooker at Cashin, where Hooker has a 4th and short.
For it here. So power set look, power right look for the Bulldogs. Probably try to get Cashin to come off sides. Almost gets it. Thankfully, Caleb Duran hangs tight, the freshman, and it looks like they'll have to either call a play or call him timeout. Looks like they're going to call it. Running clock here, under 11. Handoff inside. Stop behind the line of scrimmage.
Yes, sir.
Mason Manning with the tackle. Nick Nabavi, and it's a turnover of downs, and the Cashin Wildcats will take over at the 30-yard line.
Like I said, you don't get a first down right there. You put your defense in a tough spot.
Very hard spot right at the beginning of the game.
Yes, and so give the Cashin Wildcats with a high-powered offense the ball at the 30-yard line going in. Let's see what Coach Shackelford can dial up here and see if we can't get a quick score on the board.
So Cashin Wildcats will take over first possession, 1st and down and 10. 10:41 first quarter. Power right look with the H-back Vandruff in, Nabavi to the left of Harmon. Be give to Nabavi inside following his blockers, kicks it back outside. He's got a small lane. He's got a chance. Tackle from behind all the way down inside the 9-yard line. 1st down and goal for the Cashin Wildcats.
And you see on that tackle right there, they're going to go in, tackle those legs, twist, turn, everything they can do to really make you know that they came in to get that tackle. And our kids are going to have to keep their head and get up, go play the next play.
Nabavi with a give inside, still moving and grooving. He'll fall forward right at the goal line. It'll be 2nd down and goal right around the 1.
And I said it, in the keys, establish that run game. And right here, out of the bat, Coach Shackelford is just giving it to 4, letting him put the team on his backpack, right into the end zone, baby.
Touchdown, Cashin Wildcats. Nick Nabavi takes all 30 yards, punches it in at 1, and the Wildcats draw first blood. 6.
Now we'll go to Tonkawa at Fairview, where Tonkawa has just picked off Fairview.
And I've got to check my program because number 20 was the one who picked that off, but I do not have a 20 on my Tonkawa roster, so we'll have to check that out. So Tonkawa will take over. 1st down and 10. And they have the ball in Fairview territory at the 42-yard line. And the drive will start with 8:38 to play in the first quarter. Try to find some running room right side, just a couple of yards. I really think the defenses are going to tell the story in this ball game. This will be a bruising kind of contest. On that opening carry of the ball game by Cam Jackson. He's the transfer from Ponca City. He'll pick up 2. It's now 2nd down and 8 from the 40. Quarterback is Ryan Morgan, 61 of 103 passing for 1,070 yards, 10 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Nothing doing in the backfield that time, as tracking him down behind the line of scrimmage is Brant Strader. He'll lose about, I'll say, no gain on the carry. That'll bring up 3rd down and a long 8. So a chance for Fairview to get a stop here, get a 3 and out. Although with the ball in Fairview territory,
Hard line. Strong running by the running back, and the Warriors might have found something in the run game, Kyle.
Yeah, hey, man, that one started right there with a little fake for he had me fooled. Major had me fooled on that one. Great fake, and was able to give it to Scott. Scott get the edge right there and pick up big first down for the Warriors.
Ball is on the 5-yard line. Cole Scott with 1,300 yards rushing on the season. Little option play up the middle. It's Cole Scott. We'll see where he's at.
Might be ball out. Jones is saying they got it.
And he does have it. I don't know if they might say he's down. We'll see what the officials call. And they're going to say he's down. Yeah, it looks like he stays down. Whew, that was close. That'll be the second
The
turnover.
coaches were running out there. The players were all bunched up, man. I thought that was going to be a turnover.
2nd down and goal from about the 2, and it looks like there's going to be a timeout right now. We'll take one with them. Warriors knocking on the door with 7:37 to go in the first quarter. They're down 7-0 versus Jones. You're watching.
whole lot, 100 plus times in the season so far, but that's his 20th catch for about 360 yards receiving. 1st down and 10 from the 30-yard line as the drive continues. And off to Jackson, right side. He nearly stepped out of a tackle and headed to the end zone, but he'll gain about 10 or 11 yards.
You know, that's actually Roman Chandler. They've got
that
Jackson
was Chandler,
playing
you're
fullback.
right. That was for Roman Chandler and not Cam Jackson. So they've got Chandler that gained down to the 20-yard line. He'll pick up 10, yeah.
It's kind of interesting. Notice that they're lining up Cam Jackson at fullback, and they've got Chandler at tailback, which you get both of the kids on the field. You know, look for him to run some trap game stuff, I'm guessing, with Jackson, but you like to get him in space with his speed.
Well, Big Ben Welch, the Tonkawa radio guy, told me they wanted to get both of them on the field at the same time, and they are doing just that. Not a whole lot right there. As that was Cam Jackson picking up a couple. Down to the 18.
You know, we saw them, try to find different ways to utilize both of them in the cashing game, and it kind of felt like in the second half, Cam Jackson did get more of the carries, but interesting playing him at fullback and having Chandler at tailback. We'll see kind of how this unfolds. It makes it difficult for Fairview, though, having to stop both those guys in the backfield.
2nd down and 8.
And counter.
There you go, and there is Chandler. Makes a man miss and spills inside the 15-yard line. They'll mark him down to the 12 as he picks up 6. Yeah, Roman Chandler, when that cashing game, he'd just come off of an injury, and he was slowly working his way back in, and that's why Cam Jackson, they used him a lot when he first got eligible. Now they got both weapons healthy. 3rd down and 2 from the 12-yard line. And to Chandler again, he'll try to slide toward the stick, and did he get it? I think he did. He needed to get inside the 10. I'm going to mark him just inside the 10-yard line at the 9, give him 3 and move the chains. 1st down.
Well, this is the kind of drive that you see from Tonkawa. It's, they don't mind, slowing this game down and limiting the amount of possessions. Fairview really needs to get a stop here.
Here comes the 10th play of the drive. This drive started at the Fairview 42-yard line after the interception. Clock rolling down to 4 minutes and 13 seconds to play, and we've got a timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:13 to play first quarter, no score, as Tonkawa is in the red zone. Take a break. You're listening to the Game of the Week on Skordle.
Shotgun again. He takes the snap. Looks like it's going to be a reverse. It's a reverse to Snyder up to around the 50-yard line. He's going to cut it upfield. 45, 40. Oh, and he trucks someone out of bounds for the 1st down. Mason Snyder ran someone over. Ran Vaughn over there on the.
The back to punt, or for receive is Landon Lagasse, his senior. He's going to leave it alone. That'll hit right around the 50, and that'll be a Hooker Bulldog bounce all the way down It's like right around the 44-yard line where the Cash and Wildcats will be taking over second possession, 1st and 10 with 7:25 on the clock.
Yeah, right here, man. Another good possession for the defense. We let them get a first down, but then you were just flying around to the football, held them, and then what a big sack there by Jackson Vandruff and Bryce Burke to get back there. The two-headed monster just getting back there and wreaking havoc in the backfield.
That's exactly right. 2 leading tacklers on the team. Joey Wilson had a great night last week. He was a leading tackler along with Gavin Phippen. Shotgun for Harmon and the Cash and Wildcat snap. Inside give to Nabavi again. Stays patient, bounces out, still on his feet, still moving forward. Gets about 2 or 3 yards.
Coming out of the timeout, pitch left side. Chandler tries to get to the edge. He turns it up to the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Tonkawa. And the Buccaneers score first on a 10-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, it's a situation, too. Obviously, Chandler's got a lot of speed out of the backfield, too, as well. It's kind of pick your poison, right? And obviously tossed to this wide side of the field. Good play call there by Tonkawa.
For Roman Chandler, that puts him over 1,000 yards rushing on the season. He came in with 986, and that is his 8th rushing touchdown of the season.
Got a great block back inside, still on his feet, juking and moving, falls forward to the 32, and a huge first down run for Nabavi in Hooker territory.
Backpack, that's what I'm talking about right there. Just give him the ball, let him bumble, and stumble. Because when he gets into that secondary, it's going to be hard for any of those guys to bring him down one-on-one. And you saw it right there with the great blocking down the field by the receiver. It just gives him opportunity to get those extra yards every time he gets the ball in his hands.
If you talk about the Cash and offense, every coach has mentioned every aspect of the offense. The run game, Nabavi, the pass game, Lagasse and Manning, and the quarterback game by Ben.
Speaking of Ben Harmon, he keeps it on a quarterback keeper from the get-go. He'll get a nice gain of about 8 yards to 7 yards. He'll bring up second down and very manageable, right around the 25 of Hooker.
This is one of those deals. As good as we threw the ball last week, we could have ran the ball if we wanted to, and you can see that as we're doing it right now. We're able to run the ball. We're able to do that well, and that's going to be something that really pays off. When you don't have to throw the ball and keep the clock on for a long time, it's really going to pay off going down the line.
This might be a chance, a little play action here. Let's see if Shackelford opens it up. Harmon with the go-ahead. He'll go and keep huge opening. Puts his shoulder down, takes out Hidalgo, the 6'8 guy versus Ben Harmon, and that'll be a first down, Cash and Wildcats.
Yeah, good job right there. 2 times in a row. It's just a quarterback draw where you just pull the ball down and go. And good job by Ben finding the seams, getting the first downs.
So 1st and 10, running clock, 5:31 first quarter from the 17. Wildcats trips left. Power look here, right side tight end with Jackson Vandruff. Big shout out to our offensive line, Cotter, Tommy Branson, Joey Wilson,
the
Juliana.
Boys in the trenches.
That's right, and Chase Ritter. Another keeper by Harmon. Cuts back out, and Nabavi misses a block. We'll have to have that conversation with his BFF. But that'll be enough. A little fall forward for Ben Harmon. It'll bring up second down and 6.
Yeah, even with the missed block, though, I mean, the guys up front are blowing those guys off the ball enough to where nobody's even touching them until they're 3 yards down the field. So, yeah, like you said, great job by those boys up front, really dominating the line of scrimmage and getting that initial push to give the success to Ben and Nick in that backfield.
2nd and 6, 4:44. This one will be a fumble. Nabavi keeps it. Fortunately falls on it. Get credit to tackle to number 52. That's Jorge Esquivel. And that'll bring up a 3rd and long. The first 3rd and long for the Cash and Wildcats in the first quarter in their second possession.
Yeah, and really, as a Cash and Wildcat fan, you never really worried about 3rd and long because we throw the ball. You know, you see running teams, they get 3rd and long. It's kind of like, oh, no, what do you do? But when you have the arsenal that the Cash and Wildcats have, your playbook's still pretty wide open.
So we got matched up one-on-one across the board. Safety over the top on Lagasse. Everyone spread out on the left for the Hooker defense. Keeper by Harmon looking for a hole. He's got a lane. Chase Ritter leading the convoy, pushing forward. Patient run by Harmon. He gets about 4, and that'll bring up 4th down and about 4 right around the 10-yard line.
I kind of figured that's what was going to happen there. I was watching the line before the play even started. Right before the play started, they switched linemen on what side of the ball they were going to, and then you saw where Ben kind of looked where he was going to line up.
So right here, I mean, do we say try to get around the edge? I watched the Hooker Burns Flat game, and Burns Flat had a lot of success going around the outside, but looks like Ben's going to be the only one in the backfield. Let's see if we don't see a pass right here, the first pass of the game.
So empty backfield, quads to the left. Lagasse still safety over the top with him as Hudson Hill's matched up with him on the right side. Cashton Wildcats will take a timeout as they take a look. And so with that, we'll go to a quick timeout as the Wildcats in the red zone trying to punch.
Incomplete. Looking for a penalty marker, but none comes down. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up for the Bulls.
It was like a really big pass interference there by.
I mean, but if you kind of look down there at the other end, it was kind of similar to the same thing. Defensive back had his head on the ball, looking to make a. So both defensive plays were really good. I know. We wanted a penalty marker.
In tonight, you don't think that they would chance that. So definitely 4-down territory here for the Warriors. Cantrell fakes the handoff, and now he's throwing it deep to the end zone. He's got it now, Warriors! Cage Moore, oh, he dropped it. Oh my goodness. Dropped it as he landed on the ground.
Cage laid out there.
Good effort. Great effort, yes. God, almost fell out of the chair on that one. Cage Morris diving all out for that reception.
Got a penalty too.
Looks like it might be holding, but you got to respect that effort by Cage Morris because he was about to get lit up as he was diving.
3 for the Cashton Wildcats. Motion Lagasse. Give them to Bobby, right side. Cuts it up. Chase Riddle with the block. Still on his feet, moving forward. He'll get right around the goal line. That's definitely a first down, and the Cashton Wildcats stay alive. Ready to score.
Trying to convert on a 3rd and long.
Cantrell throwing deep to Luke Hendricks. Got him open.
He's got it. He's in.
Touchdown. There you go. 26-yard touchdown strike on 3rd and 18 from Cantrell.
Great ball right there. Major was able to buy himself a little bit of time, roll out there, and threw the ball said this last week, an absolute dime on the money to Hendricks. Put the Warriors on the high side.
Huge play. You got to wonder why they gave. I mean, it didn't matter because it was one play, but why would they give them the ball there?
Set the screen pass up.
Nice play call. Ooh, good cat coverage.
Yeah, great job by Tonkawa to stay home, and Perez will pick up a few yards out across the 30-yard line to the 32, picking up 5. And the tackle was made by Noah Campbell. We'll call his name a lot tonight. For Blake Perez, that's his 9th catch of the season. So now it's 3rd down and 5. Ball resting at the 32-yard line under about 2.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Tonkawa leads 6-0. Bernard, quick hitter, slant left side. Ball caught at the stick. Will they give him a favorable spot? As reeling it in was Micah Wheeler. I'm going to mark it about a yard short, so mark it at the 37. You've got to get to the 38. Gain of 5 or so.
It looks like Fairview may be punting.
It's 50 degrees, and it's not as windy as it was earlier today, but the wind is blowing, looks like from the southeast kind of. So this punt will be into that breeze, about 10 miles an hour, and Jax Bernard averages 34.4 yards a punt. High snap, he reels it in.
Ooh, that was almost blocked.
Over the left side, and great coverage by Mark Bishop as he gets his hands up and knocks the ball down, intended for number 7, Ty Whitlow.
Good defense by number 4, Mark Bishop. 2nd and 10. Pass intended for Ty Whitlow.
So again, trying to test the deep ball inside the red zone, give the receivers a chance, and Mark Bishop was able to knock it down on 1st down. 2nd 10, there's a snap. Hand off to tailbacks. He's trying to find room on the left side. He does find a little bit. Skubanek gets him down, but I believe he was able to get the 1st down. Yeah, 1st down.
1st and goal.
Inside the 5. First and goals, we have 2.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Snap, hand on tailback, looking for room to run up the middle, and he's brought down for no gain.
Dante Chester leads the way.
Good defense there on that down. Dante met the ball carrier right after the handoff.
Second down now in the gun. His quarterback, Jamison Ross, has one receiver wide left. Snap as he tries to get out to the left side, and he's got a little room to run. He will go into the end zone untouched to make the score 14-0 with 1:44 left to play in the first quarter. So into a little bit different formation there. Brought in a receiver, moved in a tight end, used him as a lead blocker. And quarterback Jamison Ross was able to find a hole to punch it in for the Dewar Dragons' second touchdown of the ball game. Similar formation for the Dragons. Snap, play action. Looking for a pass, got Brownfield, but there is a flag.
Boys, I want to stay down low on him.
Creasy in at quarterback on the quarterback run.
Down the field. Where that, had he caught that, that's a bad deal for the Cashin defense.
That's a touchdown, absolutely.
And
so,
what happened there was, that was a ball that went 40 yards in the air. High. And the ball just kind of fell in. I think both the receiver and the defensive back land, and they thought they were going to both have to go up, jump for the ball. Hudson Hill has seen a lot of balls come from that kid. He knows, hey, that's going to sell a little bit. He kind of released, and it hit him right in the hands, just dropped it. And so, fortunately for the Wildcats, that was third down. The punt. Now give the ball back to the Cashin Wildcats, and let's see if they just continue to pound the rock down the middle of the field.
And with certain teams, that pass right there, it kind of looks like a panic pass, a last-minute ditch effort kind of deal. That's not at all with this offense. The Hooker offense, that's something they are good at. They have done it multiple times against multiple opponents.
Harmon back to pass, looking for the screen, going deep. He's got Gilbert running free with the catch to the 20, 15, 10. Come on, Gilbert, get in there. All the way down the 1 yard line, tackle made by number 2, the freshman Clete Martins, but not after almost a 50-yard pass completion to Seth Gilbert.
Hey, I love those Gilbert boys, and right there shows you why. I've told you week after week they're going to have a big breakout game, one of them, and Seth right there, a great route. Ben just dropped a dime, and Seth finished it off with a big catch and run to get them down to the 2 yard line.
Now Bobby inside give, still on his feet. Dragon guys cuts back in, undercut across the knee, still on his feet. It's going to take 800 Bulldogs to bring him down. He will get about one maybe on that. It'll bring up second down and goal for the Wildcats.
Yeah, just a tough run right there by Ben. The Bulldogs did a good job of really not giving them any kind of a lane to run through. I thought Nick was going to kind of get loose a couple of times there and get in the end zone, but give credit to the Bulldogs not letting him in the end zone.
H-back is Vandruff right side. The keeper by Harmon. He'll roll out. He's got plenty of territory, and there'll be a flag on the play. 2 flags on the play. We might have a holding call. This one's coming back.
Penalty flag on the play.
Yeah,
and that's the situation when you run those extended plays out there. You put your lineman in a tough spot.
Yeah, especially when you've been running right up the middle and you're used to just getting in there, driving somebody. When you get a quarterback or running back going out to that edge, a lot of times kids really are in there. Those linemen are really blocking, and those defensive linemen go to sprint out and just looks like a hold. And
a lot of times, a lot of the linemen, there was a lot of guys on our team when we played that would do the same thing if Matt was out there. A lot of times, even regardless, the 5-yard holding penalty, you don't want somebody to hit your quarterback.
Yeah.
So, a lot of times, it could just be from where the ref sees it from, but sometimes, it is what it is.
So that'll be negate the touchdown. It'll be second and long from the 13. 1:22 left here in the first quarter. 2-by-2 for the Wildcats. Nababi to the right. We've got Legas split out left. Keeper by Harmon. He's looking for a block. He'll be brought down. Short gain. And they'll bring up third down and goal from the 10.
Hey, Mason Manning out here with the kid just lined up right over the top of him. Do a slant right over the middle. It is wide open. There's nobody in the middle of the field.
Well, maybe you might get it right here.
Make a move, go across the middle, and just throw it to the kid that can catch the ball, and it's touchdown.
So everybody's up, no safety over the top. Harmon back in shotgun. We do have guys matched up. They're inside looking for the run. We'll see if they'll drop back as Lynchen is in at linebacker at middle side. Harmon going back. There's that slant in and out of the hands.
That's the ball, baby.
Manning wanting a pass interference, no call. Hit him in the hands. Wish he would have caught that one, but Harmon had some good pace on that. That'll bring up 4th down and goal from the 10. So big, that holding call looming big now as the Wildcats had gotten a big stop. Had 1st and goal, 2nd and goal. Actually, that would have been a touchdown. It was inside the 1. So Legas matched up with Hudson Hill. And that'll be offsides. I don't know why they didn't call it. That's 2 times in a row.
Clock winding down. We're in the 5-second mark.
5 seconds on the play clock. 3, 2, snap. Back to passes. Harmon looking to his right. He's got Nababi on the wheel. Going up top. Looks like it goes out of bounds. And that'll be a turnover of downs as the Cashion Wildcats fail to convert. Big holding call. Cashion Wildcats will give it back to the Hooker Bulldogs. 1st down and 10 at the 11.
Yeah, and Landon's over there going, I want the ball, throw it to me. But, I think Ben made a good throw there, just a little bit long, went out the back of the end zone, and turned it over. Now, defense, get out there and do your thing and keep just pounding this Bulldog offense. Don't let them get anything going. That's a little bit of momentum there. Stop it right here. Get the ball back to your offense.
1st and 10. Parker inside give. Cuts back. Nababi fumble. Ball's loose. Cashion will get it. Nababi with the strip. Fumble comes down as the running back number 2. No, that was Lawson Lynch. I apologize. The junior was 5'10", 175 fumbles. It'll be Cashion football. 1st down and 10 from the, looks like the 16-yard line.
Yeah, just a great job there by Nick to get in there, get the ball on the ground, and then the Cashion Wildcats just gobble it up, give it right back to that offense, and say, get in the end zone this time, boys.
I wonder if Shaq will go for it here with Legas. 2-by-2 for the Wildcats. Legas split out way left on the boundary side. Looks like we have a flag, a sideline warning for the Cashion Wildcats, which is a staple. If you haven't watched Cashion Wildcat football, it is an absolute staple. As there was nobody, look, I'm just going to tell you, the ball is on the 16-yard line. No players allowed past the 20. This is not a sideline warning. There's absolutely no way the sideline official, the line judge, is going to get hit by a player or coach. So an absolute
Go in the opposite direction.
Absolutely ridiculous call. Nonetheless, we love our officials. Looking out for the safety of himself and everyone around. So 2-by-2 for the Wildcats. That warning, next one will be a penalty. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Snap. Harmon back to pass. Give and go. Double move for Manning going up top. Just a little long. Good coverage there by number 12. That was Seth Pritchard, the senior, matched up with Manning, but Manning did get 2 steps on him.
Here's that fumble again real quick. You'll see it. Nick just gets in there, puts his paw on the ball, and the Cashion Wildcats jump on it there. Now, let's get in the end zone. 2nd down and 10 here, and let's see if we don't go back to that run game.
I'd love to see a little option here. That's what I'd like to see. So Wildcats coming back out, Legas and Gilbert on the right. Max Brown checks in for Gilbert actually here. H-back, Cowboy back is Jackson Vandruff.
Maybe a jet sweep right here with.
So Brown will work to his left, and we'll have a call timeout here as Coach Shackelford does not like that. So with 23 seconds left.
Again.
That time they stopped him.
They did. They got the push. He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. They may give him forward progress to the line of scrimmage. There was nothing there. 2nd down and 10.
Be also interesting to see how Tonkawa incorporates the day kick, because the last game we watched, they started using him a lot in the run game stuff too, which makes it even more difficult to be sound against them defensively.
So 2nd down and 11. Little pump fake, and
it's going to be a fumble.
Morgan is popped from behind, and Fairview will pick up the loose change as that is Sawyer Hutchison diving on it, and there's a break for the Jackets.
I believe that was Hauk on the tackle too. Big play there for Fairview.
Yeah, for Hauk, that will be his 13th sack of the season. And that's a big one, as the turnover is in there as well. This will give him a forced fumble. That is his 5th forced fumble of the year.
Move your seat.
3rd and 11 now for the Dewar Dragons. Ross awaiting the snap in the gun. There's the snap. Looking to throw. Decides to run it up the middle. He's got a little room to run. He's getting to the right side. He's down the sideline.
Holding.
Yeah,
That's a hold.
Oh.
That's a hold.
And
my goodness.
No flag there. I'm with you. I think Solomon Bishop definitely got held, but no flag thrown. Ross will score the touchdown, making the score 22-0.
Yeah, he had his arms way outside of his body, holding on to Solomon.
Yeah, and then when Solomon tried to break loose, Solomon turned sideways to try to get
yard line.
That's what you like to see. Warriors been going with that bunch set all night, TJ. If you're able to get those playmaker receivers out in the open area, man, they've been blocking all year, laying the wood for this running back. And see Kobe out there out front Cole Scott was able to pick up big yards.
Cade Norman now in for Scott. Handoff goes to Norman. He's running it to the right. Spins out of bounds. Inside the 10-yard line. About the 6-yard line for the Warriors. It'll be 2nd down and about 4. Warriors receiver set. One tight end. High snap is corralled by Cantrell. Cade Norman. They got a penalty on the play. That might be unnecessary roughness, as Cade Norman was already tackled down and a Longhorn defender. Well, they got a face mask penalty. That's going to give the Warriors a 1st down on the play.
Got some two-way scores up. TJ, we'll go to that whenever we get a little break in the action here.
Yeah, we're interested in that Rejoice Christian and Antler score. The winner of this game will be playing one of those two teams. Handoff to Cole Scott up the right side. We'll see if he's in, and he is. 3-yard touchdown run by Cole Scott. Extends the Warrior lead.
Big boy run right there. Had a little pressure.
That's how they're coached, and that's just how hard-nosed those big panhandle kids are up there.
Now Bobby with the keeper, he's only going to get one, and that'll be a turnover of downs. So great job there by the Hooker defense. Credit number 13, Lawson Lynch, among others. And it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Hooker Bulldogs, right around the, looks like the 8-yard line.
All right, here we go again, defense. I mean, the defense
line. Brenner Fortune split wide to the left.
That's where they like to go to Hauk.
Yeah, they're going to the big guy. You're right, the tight end Hauk flashing out left side, incomplete. Nice call. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 6.
I like that play call there, too. The ball's just sailed just a little bit on him. We've seen Hauk make some pretty acrobatical catches over the last couple of games, but that would have been a tough one there.
Jax Bernard early on, 4 of 11 passing for 20 yards and an interception. Here's 3rd down and 6 from the 9.
Ooh,
Perez has it. Yeah, he really did. Right up the middle, they were coming. And he will drag a couple of defenders down to the 5, which will bring up 3rd down and about 3.
That'd be 4th down, right?
Or 4th down and about 3, yes, sir.
I'd see him run the same play again is what it looks like they may go fast and quick here, and maybe no play, try to get him to jump.
4th down and about 2.5 or so.
Yep, got him.
And they got him to move, or did they?
It looked like he jumped on my end, but.
Well, they're still checking over here to the near sideline. Still 18 seconds on the play clock.
And watch for him to throw something like maybe a corner route to Hauk here. Obviously, he's got quite a bit of a size advantage.
He got the winning touchdown pass in the Hooker game from 8 yards out.
Oh, pick.
And it's going back the other way, and this could be
good tackle.
A nice return. Yeah, I tell you what, saving the touchdown right there was Bryce Ramey.
And just a fantastic job there by Tonkawa, by Luke Shepard on defense. Coaches tell you all the time, drop to the slant, drop into your space. He drops right there, and look what he finds on the slant route. Just that's great defense and great scheme and great coaching by Tonkawa.
Yeah, for Shepard, it's his 3rd interception of the season.
Once again, we see Fairview making mistakes. Obviously, when you in a game like this, they're lucky to be just down 6-0, but that fumble the last possession helped, but they really need to get a stop here, obviously.
Drive will start with 7:06 to play in the first half. And on first down, that's Roman Chandler. And you're right, he nearly busted that one for big yardage.
You know, that's just a simple block down kick out concept that they're running there. They've got you outnumbered on this side of the field, and before even somebody can get over, a lot of times it's a safety or a backside linebacker that can make that play. You know, they're seeing something up top that they like about Fairview's front when they're running that play.
2nd down and 2. Up under center is the quarterback, Ryan Morgan. I formation, 2 wide to the left and a tight end right. They'll hand off this time. It's Chandler again, and Chandler gets first down yardage across the 40-yard line. They'll say he was down back at the 41, gaining 3.
That's the thing, one time, too, is if you're too aggressive up front with your defensive line, sometimes teams like Tonkawa, when they're running a lot of counter-action type stuff, they can use that to your disadvantage. And that's kind of what we're seeing here with Tonkawa, these last few running plays that they've run.
Checking the Skordle scoreboard, Ringling shutting out Minko 18-0 now. That ball game in the second quarter. Had a wrong score on that a little while ago. First down and 10 for the Bucks. Pitch left.
For any play where the Leopards need any short yardage, they go to that little hitch route on the outside, finding that soft spot in the defense and really just sitting down in that zone. And Barrett's been on the money with those timing throws early, and then that's something the Knights are going to have to adjust to. From the shotgun, Barrett's looking to throw, and he gets him. He burns him deep, and he's got him caught at the 20-yard line. They ran the fake hitch there. Just as I was saying, the Knights needed to guard it. Looks like Walraven bit on it on that outside, and what a ball from Barrett. Drops it in a bucket, and that is the biggest gain of the night for the Leopards. What a play. They had gone to that hitch a few times in a row and then got the Knights to bite and went deep. First down and 10. Barrett from the shotgun. Hands off up the middle. He's got a big hole. Out to the 10, to the 5. He's dragging defenders. Knights are going to bring him down at around the 3-yard line. 2 huge plays in a row for the Leopards, and this Knights defense has to be tired after being on the field the whole game. But they need to find a way to get this stop in the red zone here. First down and goal here for the Leopards as the ball is on the 4-yard line. Barrett's going to have a crack at the end zone here. Takes a snap from the shotgun, hands off up the middle. Oh, and he is brought down immediately by a host of Knights. Looks like that is Blake Meek, who chops his legs out from under him and makes a great play there. Second down. We'll see if the Knights can hold. Two wide receivers out to the right, one to the left, running back in the formation. Barrett takes a snap. He wants to throw. He's going to throw over the middle. Oh, it's batted down. What a play there by that Knights defensive line. Drew Taylor got in there and batted that ball down. What a play as he rushed off the edge and got a hand on that. Huge play by Drew Taylor as it looked like the slant across the middle of the field was open. The Leopards were running somewhat of a pick play there across the middle of the field, and it looked like they had a guy open, but Drew Taylor had other things to say about that. Third down here as Knight Stadium is getting loud. Knights looking for a big stop, calls a man in motion. Barrett takes a snap, rolling right, looking to throw, goes across the middle of the field, and it's broken up by the Knights defense. Looks like that is Nate Rouse in there on the breakup, and it is going to be 4th down here for the Leopards. What a defensive stand from the Knights. The Lindsay Leopards had 1st down and 4. 1st down and goal, 4 yards, all they needed. And the Knights came up big, and now it is 4th down and goal. The Leopards have yet to pick up any yardage from this on-goal standpoint. Takes a snap. He's looking to throw. Goes up the middle. Looks for a hole, and he is. Did he get it? Did he get it? He stopped short. What a stop by the Knights defense. It looked like he was going to score, and the Knights stood him up at the 1-yard line. What a play by this Knights defense. They cannot be slowed down. What a play by this Knights defense. It looked.
It set up Tonkawa 1st and 10 at the Fairview 42-yard line, and they took it in from 9 plays, 42 yards in 4 minutes and 31 seconds as Roman Chandler scored from 10 yards out. Extra point kick was no good. That's the only scoring in the ball game. Happened with 4:07 to play in the first quarter. It is now 4th down and 14 for Tonkawa at the Fairview 23-yard line. Throw back the other way. Ball is knocked down. Incomplete. Fairview will take over.
And Fairview had that red all the way.
Pass intended for Roman Chandler.
Takes the snap, hands it off to Cole Scott, and he has a nice carry of about 4 yards on the play. Good enough for a Warrior 1st down.
I'm sure Coach Beller take that all night. They've done a good job of controlling this clock here in the first half after the way this game started. Cole Beller, or not Cole Beller, that's the second time I've called him Cole Beller tonight. Cole Scott setting himself up for a big night for yardage. Cole Beller's not going to mind it, I'll promise you that.
Oh, yeah. 1st and 10 from the 42 for the Warriors. Hand off to Cole Scott, bounces it out to the right.
Come on, Cole.
And he is pushed out of bounds. Again, Cole Scott just doing a lot of damage early for the Warriors.
That's about the third carry there. That middle's been plugged up, TJ. His cutback ability is on point tonight.
1st and 10 for Washington. And around the 23.
1st and 10 Warriors.
8:17 to go in the half. High snap, snagged. And now he's got a lot of room. He's bouncing to the middle. And he is drugged down. Big holes being created by this offensive line, Kyle.
Yeah, you saw it right there. Defensive end was upfield, was able to cut it back. Had a hole the size of Mack truck could have drove through that one, man. He had a big hole and was able to cut it up. Big pickup, bring up 1st and goal here for the Warriors.
1st and goal from the 7. Warriors, after a first possession that ended up in an interception, have been hard to stop so far since. Cole Scott again with the handoff. Good blocking ahead. He dives forward. Touchdown! 7-yard touchdown run by Cole Scott. Extends the lead for the Warriors. 25-7. Cole Scott has been dominating this game so far for Washington. A lot of yards so far for the junior running back.
I'll be curious to see what when Mr. Bob brings us some halftime stats up here. Kind of curious to see what he has. I bet he's probably 125-ish right now, maybe.
They thought they wouldn't be able to run on this team. It seems like they're taking away the pass and giving the Warriors a run, and they're more than happy to play some old school football here at Reed Field. Warriors lead 26-7 with 7:44 to go in the half. Watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Dr. Matt Hidalgo that is 6'8", and a Hidalgo that is about 5'8".
I'm not sure if they're related. So big stop, big opportunity for the Cashion defense. Two huge penalties negating would have been 3rd down stops now.
Penalties like we talk about every week.
4th and 10 from the 20. Looks like Coach Shack will have a timeout. I believe that is his last timeout of the.
It is.
And so we'll go to a quick timeout. Be right back. Cash and Wildcats TV.
And really, it was a defender of ours that didn't have much of a play on the ball.
Penalty will be declined, so the Wolverines get their first stop of the game.
Yeah, big.
Get a little momentum, and now let's get the offense on the field, keep it going in our direction. Offense quickly on the field. Trying to get the chain set. Carson Bishop in at the tailback position. Blazer in at the fullback, so kind of our first taste of our heavy formation tonight. Snap, looking to throw. Brett Howard rolls to the left, still looking downfield. Has nobody to throw to and will just get out of bounds.
Smart play.
Yeah. I believe you may you get any yardage right there? Maybe a short yardage?
Yeah, maybe
2 yards, 2 yards?
Yeah. Right at 2 there. Well, we got a little momentum.
4th down and 10, 5:35. Cash and defense trying to hold here on CWTV. Gavin Parker back to pass. Pressure's on. Coming back to Hudson Hill. And it is
caught. He caught that.
Caught. Cooper Frazee in coverage. Perfect spot there by Gavin Parker. Almost identical to a pass that they made against Fairview. And it'll be 1st and goal. So converting on the 4th down is the Bulldogs. Cash and Wildcats, 5:30 on the clock. Clock didn't run there at all. See if they get this one back to Hidalgo. He's been pretty successful. Goes inside, breaks another tackle. Nabavi on the tackle along with, looks like maybe Bryce Burke. Maybe a gain of a half a yard. 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
No gain, as our man Silky Smooth Chad Tishner's helping us out.
The voice of the Wildcats.
Yeah, on that pass play that Hudson Hill caught for the big game for the 1st down. Perfect throw over there. The only spot that he could catch it, and great job by them.
Little Wildcat coming outside. No chance for number 2. Clete Martins. Have no idea why Coach Powers went to the Wildcat with number 2. Take your best player off the field, and that'll bring up 3rd down and goal. Loss of a couple.
2 on the play, 3rd down and goal.
So 3rd and goal from the 5. Running clock here, 4:39 2nd quarter. The Cash and defense trying to bow up again.
Yeah, and here's that replay right here on that 4th down play. Watch him throw that out to about the only spot in the field that they could convert that. Big 3rd down right here.
Yeah, that's definitely a wise, truthful statement. So 2-back set now is number 13. Lawson Lynch is now in the backfield. Now have a call timeout as the play clock gets to 1. Coach Powers is upset. You know, you can't take the timeouts with you into halftime.
No,
They've
you
got
can't.
all 3.
Some score updates while they're going through their timeout. Minko losing.
Down shy of the 20. They'll mark him at the 22. So he'll gain 9. His first carry of the night. Here comes the 10th play of the drive. He got out of bounds, and the clock stopped with 1:05. Fairview trailing 6-0. This is a big drive for him late in the first half. And a timeout. We'll take a break. 1:05 to play in the first half. Tonkawa leads 6-0. It's the game of the week on Skordle, brought to you by High Plains Insurance.
The 2nd round, tough. All right, so 3rd down, 5 from the 5, 3rd and goal. 4:12 on the clock. Gavin Parker checks back in. It's going to be a one-back set here as number 25 is checked in for the that is Fabian Castaneda.
Get there,
roll
make
out,
a play.
broken tackle. Nabavi's there. He's hanging on.
Yes,
cleaned
sir.
up. Nowhere to go.
Huge tackles by the Wildcat defense there.
Hanging on with his dear life as Hudson Hill had the catch. And that'll bring up 4th down and goal. Loss of maybe a half a yard. So another 4th down for the Bulldogs. They've
lived
playing
off
with
of
Lady
3rd
Luck.
and 4th downs this whole drive.
Outside blitz coming on, dropping back. Pass up top to Hidalgo. Brown is not there, and that'll go up. So great call, right matchup.
Yep.
And that'll be a touchdown for the Hooker Bulldogs on a 5-yard fade. Corner route to Hidalgo, who goes all the way up.
I just went to I'm trying to get the pay dirt.
I've been about 3 times this week with Bo, and she wanted to watch us. His mom went there. But
Yeah, I'm on the pay dirt app here trying to get this going. And then, yeah, got the little Field of Dreams reference there. Abby was there last week, I see. Second down for Jones, and another quarterback keeper by Carson May. And he is close to the end zone. He'll be short and bring up the third down as the Warriors bring in Caleb Bruce, that nose guard position.
How about this? Washington able to dial up a little pressure here, get a stop. Goal line stand. Washington's known for them goal line stands.
We got a quarterback sneak coming here.
With May in the backfield, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, we'll see if the refs are slow to get into the line of scrimmage. They look like me and you running out there.
Fourth down.
Oh, they got a touchdown. There you go. Quarterback sneak gives the...
Two defenders over there, but it's caught. Touchdown, Austin Hauk.
Great job there by Hauk, stepping in front of it. A fantastic answer by Fairview.
For Hauk, it's his 8th touchdown reception of the season. That one from 12 yards out.
Good looking leg there by the Jones kicker as the ball flies through the uprights.
1-1 from the 19-yard line is Drew Wood from the pistol. He looks to his right where he has trips out wide receivers. Motions Silas Ward out to his left, and he takes the snap from the shotgun. He's looking to pass the ball. No, he hands off to Silas Ward up the right side of the field to the 20, 15, 10. Silas turns it up 5. Touchdown! He's in! He's in for the Knights touchdown. What a play by Silas Ward once again. He cannot be stopped tonight. Silas Ward is having himself a game, ladies and gentlemen. What a play by Silas Ward to turn that one up the field on the 20-yard run there. Silas Ward is having himself a game. On defense, on offense, anything.
Looks like an all-out blitz here by the Bulldogs, showing 8 guys in the box. 1-on-1. This one's going up to Lagasse. He's got a chance, and that'll be pass interference. That's an easy call as Huggins Hill runs into Lagasse. I appreciate Harmon throwing that one out back in the front there. I would have just let him let that one go because that would have been a touchdown. But we'll take the pass interference. Great call.
Yeah, on that right there, they had him one-on-one out there, and I could kind of see Landon earlier just saying, give me a shot. And, man, he had him beat for the deep pass there. Unfortunately, there was fortunately, there was some pass interference. But, yeah, if he leads that out there a little bit farther, that's touchdown 6 for the Cashion Wildcats.
1st and 10 from the 38 of Hooker now.
Well, what an answer by Fairview. Seemed like, they made a lot of mistakes early on. They had the ball in the pay dirt area early and threw that pick. But, man, what a way to answer by the freshman, by Bernard, having thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half, and he answers with the touchdown right before halftime.
Yeah, that drive started back at the 23-yard line, a nice 77-yard drive and 11 plays. And I would imagine if I'm Tonkawa, you just get a running play and get out of here and go to the locker room. You will get the ball to start the second half. Now pitch it to the far side, trying to find some running room. That's Jackson. He fumbles it, and it's dived on by Kai Day. I think Kai Day saved the day.
I think there was a flag. There's going to be hold.
Guys coming up and saying there was a receiver.
Well, Nababi was close.
The line judge on that side over there had his flag out.
Yeah, I think
never
he was
threw it on
waiting
the
to
ground.
talk. Let's see
and
what they do.
Coach Powers is about to lose his mind because they're not going to call it.
Well, Nababi was close. Nababi was in the vicinity. So that'll bring up 3rd down. So we'll say a wise play by Ben Harmon, dumping that one to the feet of Nababi.
Head coach Trevor Powers was not pleased with that outcome.
I don't think I would be either if I was on his side. That was a tough call. So the Wildcats, 3rd and 8 now here from the 36. Clock stops on that incompletion. 2:57, second quarter. Wildcats need to get a 1st down here. I'd love to see a screenplay here. And Nababi will split out. Let's see what happens now. Empty backfield. Deep Manning, wide open, deep. Up top, touchdown, Cashion Wildcats. 36-yard bomb. Harmon to 16. Put it on a 6 on the board.
right there, just Mason Manning releasing right down the seam, and Ben drops it in perfectly over the top into the end zone.
Second down and 7. He's about to RKO somebody up there. Cole Scott back in at running back. 3:30 to go in the half.
Got Hendricks singled out one-on-one.
Call a timeout as the play clock winds down. We'll take one with him. You're watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Mullinex in on the tackle for the Knights. Part of that stout Knights defensive line. Mullinex has had a fantastic year. Barrett from the shotgun wants to throw again. He's going to go deep. He's got a man. Oh, and he overthrew him by about a yard. Had a man, trusted his speed, and just couldn't get to it. Overthrew him by about a yard. If that one is in his hands, I think that goes for 6, folks. The Knights caught a break there, and it will be 2nd down and 10 for the Leopards. Second down and 10 here for the Leopards from about midfield. Barrett from the shotgun takes a snap, gonna throw again. This one's gonna be a tunnel screen. Got blockers ahead, out to the 45. Short of the first down, but very close. It's gonna bring up another 3rd down and 1. Tackled by Snyder. Like I said, short of the first down, but great play there. Great play design. They really like that tunnel screen. That's the 3rd time we've seen it this half. And they trust their wide receiver's speed, and they've been airing it out on this drive, trying to score before half here. 3rd down and 1 here from the 43. Barrett from the shotgun takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and they're going to have this one barely after a 2-yard gain by Vaughn. And it will be a fresh set of downs here for the Lindsay Leopards. Clock is now under 2 minutes, as that will play a factor going down the stretch, as the Leopards are going to have to be in the 2-minute drill here with this fresh set of downs. We've seen them let Barrett throw it here this drive, air it out, trying to conserve the clock.
Just a bomb back over his head and gave his return team, or his cover team, a chance to get down there and make a big stop.
Connor Hidalgo with the, looked like probably the 15-yard return. Trips up top for Gavin Parker. Cash and showing blitz. They drop back in coverage. Pressure's on. Going deep up top. Hudson Hill goes up and down. And
oh,
Hudson,
my good Lord, guys. Knock it down.
Gilbert and Manning. And that's exactly right. Gilbert goes up for the interception. If he just tries to knock it down, he has a chance. Hudson Hill, give him credit, takes it away from Gilbert, and that'll be a huge first down all the way to the 47-yard line. Running clock here, 2:34, 2nd quarter.
Here's my thing with that. Keep throwing it up like that. It's probably going to get picked off at some point.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Eventually that ball is not going to work for you, and it's getting picked off.
Screenplay out to Hidalgo. Bryce Burke out in coverage. Steps out of bounds. Got to give credit to Hidalgo. He's a lot faster in person than he is on
the
film.
A lot of speed.
So it'll be a gain of about 6 or 7 into Cashin territory.
And Chris, you kind of touched on his size a little bit, not to knock his size or anything, but I mean, a shorter little kid like that, it's harder for you to tackle him, and you got to be perfect on those tackles.
Parker, empty backfield. Back to pass, looking to go back to Hidalgo. Pressure underneath, fumble, loose ball, it's still on the ground. Looks like it will be. It will be Hooker Bulldog. They are able to get that as number 62. Johnny on the spot. Peyton Parker, the freshman, 6'1", 235, is able to outchase the Cashin defense. But credit the D-line, another strip. And that'll be a stop as with 2 minutes, Coach Powers decided to use a timeout. He's got 1 left, and it'll be 3rd down and long.
28-0, or if he believes this team might be able to score again. The offense has been clicking. They're going to have good field position. The Knights might try and score here again before half. The Lindsay Leopards are going to elect to go for it on 4th down and 10 instead of kicking this ball off and trying to pin the Knights deep. Barrett from the shotgun here, drops back, going to go to the sideline, and this one is caught. That ball was on a rope from Barrett. Great pass over to the sideline. That was complete to number 20, Register out there by the sideline. and great timing route, as we have talked about all broadcast. It just really looks like he's on the same page with his receivers on those timing routes. Missed a few deep balls, missed a few hot routes, but other than that, he's been very on the money with those short routes. 1st and 10, takes his snap, going across the middle of the field. This one's caught once again. Oh, man, and he is laid out there by Snyder, who brings the boom across the middle of the field. But the Leopards hang on to that ball, and it's going to be second down and around 4. The clock is now almost under a minute. The time is playing a factor here late in this first half. 2nd and 4, Lindsey is on the Knight 24-yard line, takes a snap, dropping back, looking to throw, wants to go deep, is going to go deep, has a man. Oh, and he overthrows him again. Had register with a full step on his man there and just could not fit that one in that window, and that is a miss there for the Leopards, as they could have gotten on the board before half with that big play and could not manage to find that completion. Third down and 4 now here. 52 seconds left in this half. Knights look to get another big stand as they've done all game long. And looks like we're going to get a timeout on the field by the Knights as they want to talk things over for this big third down upcoming. 3rd down and 4. 52 seconds left in the half. We'll be back shortly, ladies and gentlemen.
Now we are bringing up a 3rd and long after the penalty. Brownfield in motion, snap. Now we have another penalty on the play. Looks like, yep. Got a false start. So now it's 3rd and 20 with 2.5 minutes left to play. Receiver in motion, making it Twins left look. David Nagel, Mark Bishop out there in coverage, and there's a snap. He's looking to throw that way. He does throw it deep, and overthrown, intended for Ty Whitlow, and it'll bring up 4th and long.
Man, that was 50 yards in the air.
Yeah.
On a rope. That kid has a gun. Ross is who I'm speaking of. Man.
4th and long, got a few substitutions coming in, so I'm expecting a punt when we have a mass substitution like that. Garber's not dropping anybody back deep. Brownfield will kick a high punt. Takes a soft bounce and will be down about the 46-yard line. So Wolverine defense able to get another stop here tonight. Now let's get the offense going. Try to find
open as well, but nonetheless, it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Cashin Wildcats.
While the Wildcats get set to go into the end zone, here's some official halftime scores while they're getting set here. Morrison, Stroud at halftime, Morrison up 16-0. Elmore City, Parnell, Burns Flat, Dill City tied 8-8 at halftime. Gore up by 1, 7-6 at halftime, and those are the only games that have made it to the halftime mark at this time.
What's the Tonkawa score?
The Tonkawa score, Fairview is, well, if it'll let me reload here.
Here we go.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the 28. Minute 16 on the clock. Manning ace down by himself down here by himself. Nababi now will come out here and join him. Empty backfield, 2x2, tight end set for the Wildcats.
Mason.
Back to set passes. Harmon comes to the out. Manning with a huge catch. Juggled and comes down. Still in bounds. Goes out and stops the clock. A huge catch by Manning. And that'll be another first down for your Wildcats.
I think Hidalgo, he had a good jump on the ball, kind of went through his hands, but Mason with the concentration and brought that in for another big gain here for the Cashion Wildcats.
So from the 13, minute 8 on the clock, plenty of time for Lynn Shackelford and the boys. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, showing 2 up top, 1 below, tight end set. H-back is power look on the right side is Jackson Vandriff, Nababi to the right as well. Snap, screen keeper by Harmon, doesn't have anything. So a short gain, if none at all, on the Harmon keeper. That give credit to the Hooker Bulldog defense as of late on that call.
Yeah, I think Shaq was trying to just surprise him with something up the middle because, usually with
Washington as Cade Norman comes in to take the snap. Looking for room to run, bounces it to the inside, touchdown Warriors! 3-yard touchdown run by sophomore Cade Norman. Makes the score 39-14.
TJ, you called that one right there, buddy. Warriors ended up coming up with a turnover, a little different scenario than what we thought was going to play out there, but Warriors scoring in about 15 seconds.
Really a dominating half of football for the Knights. Offensive line, defensive line, Silas Ward, that has been the story of this half. Drew Wood here from the shotgun, calls a man in motion, takes a snap. He's going to hand off to Snyder, who looks for a hole, got it, cuts up field. He's got room, 45-50. Snyder's going, cuts it back, out to the 45. He's dragging men, and it is a first down, which is going to stop the clock. That's going to stop the clock if Coach Keithley doesn't call a timeout. The Knights are going to hurry up to the offensive line, see if they can't get anything going here before half. Before that, you want to just run into half. You want to run the clock out. But if you have a play like that with Mason Snyder, you call timeout and go try and score. And that's exactly what the Knights are going to do here is Coach Keithley burns a timeout, trying to get the Knights to score after that huge run by Mason Snyder. That was a fantastic play. Looked like a jet sweep up the right side there, and Snyder fooled the whole defense by cutting that backup field to the left, was dragging people on his back, and gets the Knights a fresh set of downs here, and stops the clock, allowing Coach Keithley to call timeout to where now maybe you take a few shots. Maybe you take 1 or 2 shots deep, see if you can get something going before half, while also knowing one more big play, and you're probably in field goal range for Matthew Jolliffe. If you remember, he hit a game-winning field goal this year. Jolliffe is a fantastic field goal kicker, great soccer player, and if he gets put in the position to attempt that field goal, I'm sure the Knights coaching staff has all the trust in the world in him. And we'll see what Coach Keithley dials up here to get the Knights in field goal range or potentially score a touchdown. First down and 10, Knights in Leopard territory at the 42-yard line. Drew Wood from the shotgun here. Takes a snap, rolling left, going to throw it. Wants to go deep. He does. This one is incomplete up the left sideline. Looked like he had Drew Taylor streaking across the middle of the field. I thought he was going to try and go to him, but he goes to his favorite target there on the left side, Mason Snyder, and that one is incomplete. 2nd and 10, though, 11.5 seconds left. The Knights still have plenty of time to take 2 shots, maybe 1 shot to get into field goal range. As Drew Wood is in the shotgun once again, he'll have 2 wide receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. Silas Ward is the running back in the game. From the shotgun, Drew Wood takes a snap, dropping back, looking to throw, wants to go deep. He does, and this one's caught. Caught and out of bounds. Heads-up play by Mason Snyder. Great play design by Coach Keithley, and he's going to have a decision now. Is he going to kick this field goal, or does he want to go for the end zone? Looks like he's going for the end zone right here. Great play. That was just a 15, 20-yard little out route there by Mason Snyder, who found the hole in the defense. Drew Wood hit him on the money, and the Knights are going to have a first down from the 27-yard line here as they're going to go to the end zone. Trips out to the left, 1 to the right. The Leopards are not in a prevent defense here. Knights can take the top off. Takes a snap from the shotgun. Drew Wood's going to the end zone. Across the middle of the field. Oh, and this one is incomplete. And that is going to be the first half of play as the Knights come up short on that final play. But not to take away from that first half performance. Talk about dominance, ladies and gentlemen. What a first half by the Knights. Defense, offense, firing on all cylinders. Silas Ward.
The route looked like Howery expected to go. Nagel was on an out route, and Mack was able to bring in the INT just uncontested.
Legal block.
Blocking the back called there against Dewar, but INT was already successful, so they will retain possession. Receiver wide left, receiver wide right. Ross in the gun, tailback to his right side. Snap, rolls out to the right, looking to throw deep. Decides to check down across the route, will fall incomplete. Good coverage there by the Wolverines.
Carson May rolling out to the right, looking for a guy, pumps fakes it, now just throws it up. He's hit as he throws by Keller Howard and Hayden Milner.
Slow to get up, too.
And that will end the half. Warriors dominating the first half versus the Jones Longhorns, 40-14.
Dial up a little pressure right there, TJ, on third down. You knew what they were going to do right there.
Snap, handoff to tailback. Skubnik in the backfield. I will bring him down as he bounces off a few tacklers, and Solomon Bishop is able to bring him down, but
hey, easy.
He gets the first down. Quickly to the ball. Same formation. Snap. Same play, it looks like. This time there's no hole brought down for a short gain. 1 minute and 10 seconds left to play in the half. Receiver wide left, receiver wide right. Bishop's in coverage and ties. Unable to bring it down from behind, and Ross has room to run. Ross gets to the outside, and it's a foot race. And the Bishop brothers will bring him down near the goal line, near the 5-yard line, but a long run there by Jamison Ross. First and goal from the 3, 48 seconds and counting. Dewar. It's like we had a little bit of confusion on the clock, trying to get that sorted out as he was tackled out of bounds. So the clock should not have started. Snap, hand out the tailback, and he will go, tackled by Ty, but he'll fall into the end zone. So the Dragons will score, making the score 36-8 with 44 seconds left to play in the first half. Two-point conversion attempt coming up. Snap, rolls out to the right side, looking for someone to throw to, and he will decide to run, and he will find a way to get in the end zone. So two-point conversion is successful, making the score 38-8 in favor of the Dewar Dragons. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back for the Dewar kickoff.
Maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and
Alex's class. We've got Ryan Baker playing at OSU, and classes above. Matt Harmon was here, a quarterback for Pitt State, and Case Cochran. It's up at Emporia State, that stinger back position. What's that? Brexton, yeah. Let me talk about Brexton. Absolutely, Brexton Green, who stopped by the booth last Friday. Love Brexton Green and his flowing locks. He's redshirting this year, but appreciate it. Alex, how's the? We asked.
40-yard line, back deep for Tonkawa, Roman Chandler, and Peyton Keith. "24 minutes to decide who's going to move on and play on Thanksgiving." Short kick taken by an up man.
Oh, he might have some space here.
On the return to the near sideline, that's Jake Randall trying to pick his way, and he's popped at the 35. So Tonkawa will take over, first down and 10 at the 35-yard line to start the third quarter, trailing by 1. The difference in this ball game right now, the missed extra point.
Fairview did a good job on the coverage there. Looked like Randall, he was kind of bouncing around trying to find a gap, but Fairview stayed in their seams and filled nicely. Looks like, we noticed something. Bryce Ramey from Fairview usually starts at corner and plays defense. He's also normally their kicker. He's over here sideline on the trainer's bench.
I was surprised when he did not try the extra point. So first play of the third quarter. Pass it out in the left flat, get it in the hands of Kai Day. Kai Day will dive out toward the first down stick.
They're going to call a hold, it looks like.
And you don't want, if you're a Fairview fan, you don't want Kai Day to get untracked. We saw what happened tell you what, he had a big game against Cashin in a losing effort a couple of weeks ago.
It seems like a handful of times that Tonkawa has tried to run to the edge. Well, maybe it's going to be a face mask. Oh, it was a face mask.
So they'll tack it on to the end of the run.
I think those 5-yard face masks are silly. I think they need to get rid of that. Either it's a face mask or it's not. I believe, didn't they get rid of that at the higher levels? It's just
you're
only
right.
Exists in high school. I mean, if you grab someone's face mask, you grab their face mask, right?
You wouldn't think there's much of a difference. 10-yard run that time by Day. Actually, the pass was complete today, wasn't it?
Yeah, see, and this is that counter stuff that, inside handoff stuff that they ran. We saw them run against Cashin, which becomes really difficult to defend when they start running counter back the other way with their tailbacks. And so it'd be something interesting to see how Fairview scouted for that, because I know Coach Bernard was familiar with it, and see how they play against it here in the second half.
Pickup of 2 or 3 yards down to the 45-yard line.
And, really with the personnel that Tonkawa has, I mean, that stuff is really hard to defend.
2nd and 8 from the 45. Morgan will give it off to Chandler again. There is a hole. He'll stay on his feet inside the 30-yard line of the 25 to the 15 to the 10 to the 5 and the touchdown. We talked about it at halftime with Coach Mendenhall. That's the one thing you didn't, if you're a Fairview fan, a big play, and there's a big one right there as Roman Chandler takes it to the house, 45 yards out, touchdown Bucks.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing about him. I mean, anytime he gets the ball, he's so electric if he gets into open space, and it's almost one of those things where you just want to give him as many touches as you possibly can, because something like that could happen. Strader had an angle on him there, but the speed that he has makes it super difficult in the open field.
So Tonkawa goes on top 12-7. He'll go for 2 to try to get the 7-point lead. Kai Day on the jet sweep, turns it up, and flag flies as Day was tackled short of the goal line.
There's a flag on the play, though. I don't know what that is, but it looks like it's going to be a hold or a personal foul.
Yeah, Tonkawa's heading over to the sideline like they know this is going to be a dead 2-point conversion. Yep. So the 2-point try, no good. 10:32 to play, third quarter. Tonkawa leads Fairview 12-7. You're watching the game of the week on Skordle, brought to you by High Plains Insurance.
Electricity. That's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off. Well, we talked at halftime how there really hadn't been a big play offensively by either team. We have one now. Roman Chandler, a 45-yard run to give Tonkawa the 12-7 lead, a three-play 65-yard drive in a minute 19. And Fairview will take over for the first time in the third quarter. Late flag after the tackle.
It's going to be a late hit, a personal foul on Tonkawa. I don't know what 85 for Tonkawa was doing, but he hit a man standing by the pile literally maybe 5 seconds after the tackle was made.
So they'll mark that 15-yard penalty off from the 34-yard line out near midfield by the time it's all said and done. Oh, it's going the other way.
Well, I don't know if they must have missed 85.
It's going against Fairview.
Normally it's the second guy that gets caught. The first guy got caught this time.
Also, move it back to the 17. That is where the drive will start.
And that's not like Fairview. Normally they're a much more disciplined team. One thing I want to point out for Fairview is number 8 for the Yellow Jackets, Reed Martins. He's been out most of the season with a shoulder injury, and it's good to see him back in the game for Fairview.
So first down and 10 from the 17.
Plus he's got some sweet orange gloves on.
2 wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. And they'll give it to Perez. And Perez was contact behind the line of scrimmage, and he was able to step out of it and maybe gain a yard, maybe a half a yard. We'll give him 1 to bring up second down and 9.
You know, Perez, he is a tough, upright runner, man. He's hard to bring down. Does a good job of keeping his feet moving, too.
He's worked for every yard he's gotten tonight, 10 carries, 40 yards. Over 1,400 yards rushing on the season, 25 rushing touchdowns. Second down and 9 now, ball resting at the 18. Under a full moon in Fairview tonight.
There's a stretch play they like to run.
Get Perez to the edge and a couple, maybe 3 yards. Out across the 20-yard line to the 22. Stop was made by Chaz Slavens. So that'll bring up third down and 5 after the gain of 3.
I look for something out here out on the outside to Hauk with his size advantage.
Bernard rolling to his left now. Hangs one out to dry, and the pass is intercepted. Third pick of the night for Bernard.
Wow.
And on the INT is Jake Randall staying on his feet, and he'll step out of bounds to the Fairview 45-yard line. That was Bernard once again just throwing it up for grabs off his back foot. Jake Randall with the pick.
And there's going to be a personal foul on Tonkawa. Number 72, Dante Mendoza, hit a defenseless player. I think that's what that call is going to be. And maybe I'm wrong. I got it wrong the first time, so maybe I don't know what I'm seeing out there.
Well, for Jake Randall, that's his team-high 5th interception of the season for the Bucks.
You know, and almost, I mean, obviously you don't want to throw interceptions, but that's almost like a punt there in a way, you know. But, you know, Bernard has gotten away with that 3 or 4 times already early in this game, and against a good team and a good secondary, you know, that's going to end up going the wrong direction a lot of times.
So Tonkawa will take over. They'll move him back a little bit, so the field position not quite as good as it would have been. The 37-yard line. And this drive will start with 8:51 to play.
And there's that counter stuff back the other way. It's tough. Look at this.
Cam Jackson bounces left, and he's off to the races. As he'll be run out of bounds, pushed out by
be a late hit on
Micah Wheeler. I think it was Micah Wheeler who pushed him a little much as he was leaving the playing surface.
2 flags.
Another flag came in right there very late, very, very late.
These officials are really excited about throwing flags.
The line of scrimmage was the 37. He went out of bounds across midfield and at about the 36 of Fairview. Now let's see if they're going to add something to this.
It could be a situation where there's a late hit and an unsportsmanlike, and if that's the case, that's going to be 30 yards. But it could also be the other way around. So I think maybe number 2 might have said something to the official. That's going to be personal foul, late hit. I guess that's all it is. Oh, wait, here it is, unsportsmanlike, yep.
So, boy, that's going to be a lot of yards. The 30-yard penalty. And Robert Bernard wants to get an explanation.
Well, I don't know if they mark that off all the way. They got to mark it even further from here, I believe.
15 more from the 22?
I would think so, because there's 15 then another 15. Isn't that right?
Well, I think they're going to put it at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, they are moving it again.
It'll be half the distance this time, though, right?
Yes.
Down to the 11.
And that was, again, a situation where you get the ball into Cam Jackson's hand, and every time he's touched the ball, big things have happened.
That was a 30-yard gain. And then add the penalties to it.
Good cut by Chandler.
Chandler down inside the 5 to the 4 as he picks up 7. Boy, this third quarter has been all Tonkawa, and they can put a big dent in this one. This is a ball game where a two-touchdown lead or a two-possession lead seems like a lot with these two defenses.
Yeah, the one thing that Tonkawa obviously has not been able to capitalize are the extra points, though. They have failed on both conversions that they've had so far, which could come back to haunt them late in the game.
Fairview would love to get a stop right here and put them in a position where I guess they could consider a field goal, but they'd most likely go for it on 4th down. Right side, trying to find some running room is Jackson. He's corralled, though, and out of bounds.
I think it's going to be face mask again on Fairview.
Cam Jackson, I thought, was using the stiff arm.
I believe there's going to be another face mask.
Which would be a 1st down, I believe. Yep, face mask against Fairview.
Yeah. I don't understand the 5-yard face mask. I mean,
just not with intent, I guess. Just
okay.
An inadvertent face
like
mask.
The personal foul version is like where you rip the.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Exactly. So now the ball down to the 3 and a timeout.
Tonkawa.
Let's take a break. 7:52 to play in the third quarter. Tonkawa leads 12-7. They've got the ball inside the 5. It'll be 2nd down and 1 at the 3-yard line. You're watching the Game of the Week on Skordle, brought to you by High Plains Insurance.
Do you have the right insurance for your needs? Let Nick Ewing at Ewing Insurance Agency in Fairview and Watonga work for you. Nick is your local, service-minded agent that can help you find the insurance plan that is right for you. Home, auto, life, health, farm owners, and commercial insurance, Nick can help. Visit Nick Ewing of Ewing Insurance Agency at 106 North Main in Fairview and 401 North Clarence Nash Boulevard in Watonga. Proud to support all of our area student athletes.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business, and remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Well, Tonkawa got their opening touchdown in this ball game off of a turnover, the interception. They're trying to capitalize on another interception right here. 2nd down and 2 at about the 4-yard line. They can get a 1st down at about inside the 1.
And this is that block down kick out play that Tonkawa likes to run to the edge. Just a lead dive.
And they'll give it to Chandler, and he's pushed back, but he's probably going to have the first down. It'll be first and goal. He's going to mark it inside the 1.
And he had a touchdown if he would have went to the outside where the blockers were. Tell you some interesting scores in 6A1. Jinx leads Mustang 10-3 in the third, and Union leads Broken Arrow 10-7. Also, we have some defensive performances. Let's check 6A2. Bixby, no surprise, 48-6 at half. But hey, how about Deer Creek? They're having a year, 13-3 in the third quarter over Sand Springs.
Somebody named Diesel Horse said that
he picked them.
Deer Creek was going to put together a playoff run last week.
I thought that was a homer pick, but let's check some scores in 5A real quick. McGinnis is all knotted up with Collinsville at 21. Carl Albert leads Coweta 14-7. McAllister over Guthrie 20-14. And MacArthur all over Pryor 33-0.
It will be just short of the first down, so it's going to be third down and about 1.
How about this score, Tom? Elk City. A lot of people talked about the talent they have. All over Grove, 31-14 in the third quarter.
So 3rd and 1 from the 2. They can get the first down inside the 1. 7.5 to play in the third, and Tonkawa looks to go up by 2 possessions.
We'll watch them run the same lead play here. Nope, quarterback.
Quarterback right up the middle, Ryan Morgan. Did he get in? No indication yet.
No, he's short. Oh, touchdown.
They're going to say touchdown. So Ryan Morgan will score.
And he's doing the Baker Mayfield arm swing.
From 2 yards out. And Tonkawa goes on top 18-7, 7:18 to play in the third quarter. They'll go for 2. It was a 5-play drive. The big play on the drive was the 2 penalties, the face mask and the unsportsmanlike, that gave him 30 yards. Trying to get to the far side is Jackson, and he had nothing doing. He will not make it. Another empty 2-point conversion try for Tonkawa. 7:18 to play, third quarter. Tonkawa leads Fairview 18-7. You're watching the Game of the Week on Skordle, presented by High Plains Insurance.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here. Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Tonkawa has scored a couple of quick touchdowns to start the second half. They trailed 7-6 at halftime. They now lead 18-7. 7:18 to play, third quarter. Ryan Morgan, the quarterback, takes it in from 2 yards out. 2-point conversion, no good. 7:18 to play, third quarter, 18-7, a 5-play, 63-yard drive in a minute and 33 seconds.
You know, if you're Fairview, too, you can't panic here. You got a lot of time.
Well, we talked about how they've come from behind, and that ball is still loose before it is covered. It was covered by Bowden Miller, freshman.
That's going to be a personal foul on Fairview. I don't know if I agree with that, but looked like number 20 from Fairview, Tegan Gilchrist. Looked like a pretty clean hit, but I need to give a shout-out to some Fairview alums out there I know that are watching. Andrea, used to be Andrea Martins. Andrea Nightingale is watching from Bartlesville. And I know Josh Dow is also watching because he let me know that my audio was not working earlier, along with a handful of others that are. So one thing good about calling in familiar territory, everybody gets to let you know.
Back to the 21-yard line. This drive will start with 7:15 to play. And Tonkawa, they're feeling their oats right now. The momentum is on the far sideline here at Eubanks Field in Fairview.
And Fairview doesn't need to get it all back in one play. They just need to be patient and run what they run. They've been successful running the ball. They just keep it up.
Handoff up the middle. And Perez will pick up nice yardage on first down. It's one thing about it, I was just about to say this, the fact that Fairview's had a couple of ball games where they've been behind late and have had to come back and win, including the game 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, we saw against Hooker here for the district championship. That's a gain of 6.
I stick with it if I'm Fairview. Just keep running it. I like it.
Give it to him again to the near side.
Good tackle.
And he's strung out nicely. He might pick up a yard. That's just about it. Came all the way to this near sideline over here. See, the line of scrimmage was the 28, and they're going to put him at the 29. So, no, put him at the 28. No gain.
Also know Cannon Harder from UConn is tuning into this game, the youngster. His dad's a former Yellow Jacket.
Doggo, 5'8", 160, running the ball, tackling, in coverage. So the swing pass to Manning is a loss of about 2 or 3 yards. So that'll bring up second down and long for Harmon and the Cashion Wildcats. They did have, you could tell, as to your point, as you were watching, they were contemplating trying to figure out what to do the safety as Lagasse was aced out by himself. This time, Vandruff is signed up in the slot. Full house backfield, 8 guys in the box here for the Hooker Bulldogs. Let's see if Coach Shack changes out of this maybe run play into a pass. Motion is Manning. Jet sweep. He's got a chance here to get to the outside. Good block. Cuts back inside. Has a lane to the outside. Still on his feet. To the 40. One man to beat. Gets tackled out of bounds. Great call by Lynch Shackelford. Excellent execution by Mason Manning, and that'll be a first down at the 35 of Hooker.
Yeah, good job by the guys up front to kind of get that sealed edge, and with that speed of Manning coming around the edge there, when you have that much green grass in front of you and you're Mason Manning with the speed and quickness, you're going to get big yards there.
Absolute great call there, getting the mismatch they need. So it'll bring up first and 10, ball sitting at the 34, running clock 10:46, trips right here. Again, same formation as now Vandruff is flipped, and he's aced out by himself. Motion Manning again. This time give to Nabavi inside. He's going to break one tackle. Shoestring tackle there by number 13. Literally shoestring as Nick Nabavi's shoe is ripped off. He'll have to come out. Touchdown saving potential tackle there by Lawson Lynch by the Bulldogs. That'll bring up second down and about 5. Again, running clock, 10:19 here, third quarter action. Wildcats up 28-6. Appreciate you guys joining us here on CWTV. Production, Homer Television for the Cashion Wildcats. It's Neiman Abavi. Chris Gibson and Drew Baker bringing you all the action tonight on the #1 Skordle stream in the state. Trips left here. Tight end set to the right. That'll be a give to Brown. Little speedster to the outside. Gets to the 20. Has a chance. Knocked out of bounds. I love when Max Brown comes in. He's got a different gear. Gets to the edge. Great block there by Vandruff, and that'll be another Cashion first down.
Yeah, and that's one thing, like I said, when you went back and watched the Burns Flat game, they really, Burns Flat really had all their success on the edge. You get Max Brown back there in the backfield, he's fast enough to get to the edge and get big yards for the Wildcats if he has his opportunity.
Amen. Third in line of the Brown family speedsters. We got Hank left here in 6th grade. Or 7th grade, I apologize. Sarah and the group get mad at me. Is that right?
They'll forgive you.
Yeah. Sean will be all right with it. Jet sweep here. Outside's got blockers. Cuts it back inside. Should have just kept going. Keep going, my man Manning. You get to the touchdown if you keep going. So that'll be a short gain of about 1. Credit the Bulldogs. But Mason Manning basically ran into the defense that was chasing him. He had the edge. Max Brown was on the outside, had a block ready to go for him. Manning will come to the sideline. I guess Manning just wanted to run a little clock. We'll give him credit.
There you go.
So Seth Gilbert checks back in. We got Lagasse aced out by himself. And that is Max Brown split out as well. Nabavi to the left of Harmon. 12 seconds on the play clock. Again, 9:13 here, opening third quarter. Back to pass is Harmon looking to his right.
They're going to call false start.
They're going to false start.
Yeah, and Critter's up there saying that's my bad. He did take a little bit of a step back right before the ball was snapped, and they did get him on that. But
and you know what we had? We had Hudson Hill releasing Lagasse in a post across against the 5'8", I should say 5'10" Cleet Martins at safety. That was a matchup I would have liked to have seen happen. Jackson Vandruff checks back in, trips left. 2nd and 14, running clock, 9 minutes here, third quarter. Opening drive for the Cashion Wildcats started at their own 41. Harmon back to pass, looking to his left. Screenplay to Nabavi, they've sniffed it out. He's going to try to see if he can get past the linebacker. And that's another situation where Nabavi should have just kept running instead of trying to stiff arm the linebacker or the lineman, number 52, Jorge Esquivel, the senior. If he would have just kept running instead of cutting back. Now Esquivel is paying for it right now as he kind of grimaces a little bit. So that'll bring up third down and extra long on the loss of the play. So 3rd and 17 for the Wildcats. Definitely 4-down territory. Let's see if Cash can get half here.
we talked about having that screen, throw that screen in there earlier, but the Bulldogs did a good job of sniffing that out and not letting us get anything.
Boy, the Hooker Bulldogs have been so close on jumping off sides. They have yet to get a call here. 10 seconds on the play clock. Back to pass is Harmon. Empty set. Pressure's on. Rolls to his right. Plenty of time.
There's Landon.
He's got a lane. He's got it to the 10. He's got a block. Ball's over.
Touchdown.
Harmon showing some toughness. Yes, sir. They got to be first and goal. That's a 2 for the Wildcats.
They caught him out at the 3-yard line. I don't understand that. I mean, he met the kid at the goal line and wasn't even close to being going out of bounds at the 3. Let's see if I can get that on the replay, but they did call him out at the 3, so it's going to be 4th and 1.
Goodness gracious. I agree with you. He was at the goal line.
I think our camera angle is going to be tough to pick that up, so we'll see. But, man, I was kind of watching him run right down that sideline and didn't look like he kicked out of bounds until he made contact with the Bulldog there at the goal line.
So Cashion will go heavy set here as Bryce Burke checks in. Nabavi will come in. Max Brown will check out. Gilbert will check out. So 4th and 2, 4th and 1 from the 3, 7:44. It's either a keep or a give. Let's see, Nabavi with a keep. Blast forward. He'll fall forward right at the goal line. That's going to definitely be enough for the first. It'll be 1st and goal for the Cashion Wildcats.
Yeah, and here's the run by Ben. Did a good job of just pulling it down. He kept his eyes down the field. Thought he was going to kind of throw it to Landon. I'm going to switch it back real quick. They're about to go quicker than I thought.
So play from the 1 here, 1st and goal, actually from the 2-yard line. Nabavi to the left of Harmon. Let's see if he gets it again. He does. He'll cut back just easily. A touchdown! Cashion Wildcats 2-yard rumble by Nick Nabavi, his 2nd of the night. Put another one on the board for the Wildcats as they're up 30.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Good run.
There's Perez to the 45, picking up 4. Let's take a look ahead and see how long that Isaiah Burr's going to be in jail down here.
You know, one thing about having some success throwing the ball, obviously it puts the linebackers kind of in a different position as far as how they get to their drops, and it's made Fairview more successful, you know, running the ball here in the second half. I mean, they're picking up big chunks. If you can get 4 yards every carry, you run that 3 times. How many yards is that, Tom? Is that 12?
12.
That's a first down every time, right?
That's exactly right.
I just keep it rolling, right?
You had me doing math. What the heck? Bernard near side. Ball is caught by Hauk, and boy, coming in, that's Kai Day, who upended him. Gain of 1. Matter of fact, gain of nothing.
And, man, it's good to see Hauk get up, but, man, that is you want to talk about a textbook tackle. We talked about how well both these teams tackled, and that was the one thing we saw from Tonkawa in the Cashion game. They are great tacklers in the open field.
So now 3rd down and 6. They've got to get the ball inside the 39-yard line to move the chains.
You know, one thing I haven't seen Fairview do is sneak Perez out in the flats, and they like that play, and I don't know if they see him doing that here.
Bernard across the middle, ball caught for the first down. Brenner Fortune gets open and just kind of sat down right there between the hash marks.
Bernard got hit hard there on that play.
So down to the 36. That's enough for the first down. He gains 9.
And a heck of a play there by the freshman, stepping up in the pocket and making a big conversion over the middle to keep this drive going.
Third catch of the night for Brenner Fortune, the senior. So 4 more downs as we tick the clock down toward a minute remaining in the third quarter. 18-7 Tonkawa. Fairview needs to score on this drive, get back within 1 possession.
Nice that time by Tonkawa.
Yeah, no hole there. Leading the way for Tonkawa.
It's big 72.
Yeah, big old number 72, Dante Mendoza.
Boy, we mentioned his name a lot in the last game that we called. Nothing comes easy. We talked about Fairview needed to maybe hit some big plays, but, man, they've had to sustain drives where they scored on the short field that one time after a turnover, but Tonkawa's defense is tough. They're going to make you earn it.
Second down and 10.
They'll stretch play this time.
Perez tries to get to the edge, and not a whole lot there, maybe 2 to the 33 before he was tackled by Jake Morgan.
I'll tell you what, big credit there. That was number 60, I believe, and I don't know. He doesn't even have a uniform.
Jake Morgan.
Okay, man, good job there by him. You gave him some credit. Listed at 148.
Yeah, I know.
And he had Pettis was on a great block there, and he tackled the ball carrier.
So that they could set up that screen on the outside, but Snyder was there to sniff it out. Barrett from the shotgun here. And it looks like the Knights may have jumped off sides there. I think that's going to be Silas Ward, who jumped right there as he tried to time his blitz off the right side, which is costly for the Knights, who don't have many penalties. This is not a penalized team. They are very disciplined, and big mistake there. It goes from 3rd down and 8 to 3rd down and 3 here for Lindsey, and this is a huge play for the Knights defense. Takes a snap. He's going to hand off up the middle. He's got room to run. This is going to be a first down. Close, very close, but they are going to call that a first down. Knights defense not getting the same push that they were getting in that first half. They're not making the initial contact. First down and 10 for the Leopards with a fresh set of downs. If there is ever a time for a turnover, a 3 and out, stop them on 4th down, the Knights need it right here. They need a hold. Going to the end zone, and this one's going to be incomplete there. Great pressure there once again for the Knights. As I was saying earlier, we saw the Leopards marching down the field, Knights needing a big stop. What happened? They got it. It was a turnover, fumble by the Leopards. The Knights could really use that again. They need that turnover defense. They haven't had that big one.
6:36, third quarter. Cashin taking over after the 3 and out stop and punt. 17-yard line. Harmon in shotgun. Again, 8 in the box for the Hooker Bulldogs. Lagasse aced up on their best player, Hudson Hill. Harmon takes a look at this, see what happens. It will be a go route to Lagasse. Goes up high with the catch to the 50. See you later, Mr. Lagasse. All gas. Touchdown, Cashin Wildcats. 83-yard bomb.
Oh, my. I mean, that's all I can.
From the shotgun here is Barrett. Looking to the sideline for the audible right now. Knights defense looks like it's bringing the heat right here. Barrett takes a snap. It's going to be handoff up the middle. Takes it up. Bounces it out to the right side. Cuts back inside. This is Ferguson, and he's going to be close to a touchdown. Looks like they got him down at the 1-yard line, and that is Ty Ferguson once again having a monster night. The Knights have no answer for him in the second half. And in a game that was about to be a 5-score game, the Knights had a chance to really make something happen there before half. They were up 28-0. This game might be a 1-score game if the Leopards can punch it in here from the 1-yard line. And in a game where the Knights led 28-0, the Leopards look to make this a one-score game with a touchdown and a two-point conversion right here. Looks like Barrett's going to be under center for the first time tonight, and it's a QB sneak right up the middle, and he's got it. He has got it. This is a touchdown for the Lindsay Leopards, and they have a chance to make this a one-score ball game here. Two drives out of the half for the Lindsay Leopards, 2 touchdowns. That is great adjustments, great game planning at halftime by the coaching staff for the Leopards. And they're going to go for 2 here, and it's going to be the Philly special, touchdown. This is a one-score ball game, folks. And what was a game that looked like it was about to get out of hand. Knights were leading 28-0 with a chance to make it 35-0. The script has
handed off to Cole Scott on the left side. Handoff kind of seemed to take a while. Allowed the defense to corral him, led by number 24, Cruz Crawford. Bring up second and 11, excuse me. He lost some yards on that play. Bunch set here to the right. They like to run behind those guys, Kyle. See what the coaches call here. You also have Luke Hendricks on single coverage on the top side of the screen. They're rolling to the left, looking for Hendricks. Cantrell looking to run now. Spin moves. Keeping his feet moving down by the end zone.
That's what I like to see, TJ. He's one of them guys that, man, I've said it all year, he's one of the quickest guys on the field. He has that ability to roll out and pick up extra yards. You saw it right there, big pickup on 3rd down, bring up a 1st and goal for Washington.
The Warriors come in the Wildcat formation again with Cade Norman. Cade Norman, as we mentioned before, had a lot of success last week. And
4 TDs.
Scored some touchdowns this week in that formation. Norman takes the snap. Rolling out to the right. He's got room to run. Touchdown, Warriors! 4-yard touchdown run by Cade Norman.
The K-Dozer package.
Out of the Wildcat.
Ross waiting to snap in the gun. There's snap, drops back, looking to throw, rolls out right, now looking to run, breaks one tackle, and he gets the outside and just lowers his shoulder, and ball squirts out but goes out of bounds. And now we have a late flag. I didn't see the hit. Did you along the sideline?
It looked like Skuganek might have been his hair late. It really wasn't bad.
Personal foul against them.
But that's the last action I saw that they could have been throwing a flag at. Nothing egregious. Not in my eyes anyway, Coach.
Yeah, I couldn't see trying to look around these steps and got cut off a little bit. So 1st and goal, snap, handoff to tailback, and he is stuck at the line of scrimmage, rolls off, and then finds a way to score the touchdown. Score is now 52-8 with 8 minutes and 42 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Got to have a stop here on this 2-point conversion if we want to see any more action, if my math is correct.
I think it is, Coach.
There's a snap, fake, trying to find a hole up the middle. And looks like he will be short. So 52-8 after the unsuccessful 2-point conversion. And we're going to take a short break and be back for the kickoff.
training center.
And Snyder miraculously finding his way out of a host of Leopards to a 15-yard penalty, and all of a sudden the Knights are at the 50-yard line. Drew Wood from the shotgun here calls Snyder in motion once again. And looks like there is laundry on the field once again, and I think this one's coming back. This one's going to be a false start. It is. The referees have called a false start, and that is going to push the Knights back 5 yards, and it'll be first down and 15 here from the 45-yard line. Drew Wood in the shotgun here. He takes his snap, hands off up the middle, and Ward is met immediately and dragged down in the backfield. Fantastic play by the Leopard defense, and the Knights have third down and a mile here. Not good for the Knights. They need a play bad. Looks like it's second down after that penalty. So the Knights will try and get any yardage they can here. Get anything back here to make this third down more manageable. Maybe get half of it here before the third down. And if you enter that Lindsay side of the field, you have to start thinking about going forward on fourth down, especially to get some of this momentum back. Trips to the right. Drew Wood takes a snap. He's rolling right, looking to throw. Throws it into the flats to Mason Snyder, who makes a man miss. Turns it upfield. Oh, my goodness, he escapes. He escapes to the 40. What a play by Mason Snyder once again. Call him Houdini, folks. He gets out of any situation. What a play there by Mason Snyder. They had him. They had him locked up after about 5 yards. Great coverage there by the Lindsay Leopards, and Mason Snyder continues to impress. I'm no scout, but that man should be playing on Saturdays. That is a college football play. Mason Snyder is a college football player. What a play there by the Knights star wide receiver. Oh, and Drew Wood from the shotgun. Looked like they were going to have him jump off sides, and Bennett Baker jumps there for the Knights. Excuse me, Drew Taylor jumps there for the Knights in what would have been an offsides or a free play, but no longer, as the Knights have another false start, and it'll be first down and 15. Folks, I can't stress enough how impressive that last play was. The Knights were going to be looking at a third down and long and a desperation play, and Mason Snyder made the play that I was talking about. That big play. They needed someone to step up, and Snyder did. Drew Wood takes a snap. He's going to hand off up the middle, and he's got a big hole. Silas Ward cuts it out to the right, and this one is back to the line of scrimmage, but not much there. Looks like it's a 3-yard gain. Excuse me, that was Walraven on the carry there, and it will be second down and 8 now for the Knights after that 7-yard run. Solid play by Walraven to just get some yards back there. Drew Wood from the shotgun here takes a snap, hands off the left side. This one's going to be a flag once again. Oh, and he's got room to work. Looks like he's going to be tackled at around the sticks there. That is Walraven once again, but there is laundry on the field. We will see what this one is about. It's going to be a false start on the Knights. Wonder why they didn't blow that dead from the beginning. But nonetheless, this is going to bring up a second down and long here for the Knights. Second down and 13 for the Knights. Trips out to the left, one to the right. Drew Wood from the shotgun here. He takes the snap. He's going to hand off to Ward up the middle, and this one's going to be stopped once again. It was working so well in the first half. All of the passes, the dink and dunks, finding Snyder, and the offense can't get going here. You have to wonder if they're going to let Drew Wood air it out here on this drive and try and get the Knights into the end zone. Another massive call here for the referees. They call a personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Lindsay Leopards, which gives the Knights another first down. They have gotten 30 yards on Leopard penalties this drive. which is just crucial. Devastating mistake there by the Leopards for the after the play action, and the Knights will catch yet another break. First down and 10 on the 23-yard line as they are now deep in Leopard territory. Drew Wood from the shotgun here takes a snap, hands off. This is Walraven up the left side looking for a hole. Finds one for about 4 yards up the left side of the field. Looks like that's closer to 6 yards. Great run there by Walraven as he found a hole, waited for his blockers, patient on that left side of the field, and he's fast. He's fast, folks. He hit the hole hard, and he got 5 yards there. Second down and 5 now for the Knights. Ball is on the 18-yard line as they are firmly in the red zone. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Wood from the shotgun here. He takes a snap, going to hand off up the middle once again. This is Walraven, and he gets about 2 yards, it looks like, and the Knights are going to have third down and short. That is the end of the third quarter where the Knights did not score. Leopards scored twice there and put themselves into position to make this a game. The Knights have their 4s in the air, ready for this fourth quarter. This is playoff football from Crossing Stadium. Knights lead 28-20 heading into the fourth quarter.
So does Fairview punt here? I would think they would. Yes, it's a good decision.
To the 12-yard line, you picked up 7.
Obviously, you have to punt. It's 4th down and a really far distance.
Well, it'd be 30 basically after the 7-yard gain right there, but you're exactly right.
I think that's 3rd down of the Bartell farm turn. Now, it was Southern.
They picked up a little?
Yeah, they did. They made it almost to the Isabella Blacktop.
Jax Bernard, high snap, punts away. Pretty good one. Nobody backing it. Well, it's going to take a little bit of a Tonkawa bounce, and it'll be down to the 41-yard line. So Tonkawa will start the drive in Fairview territory at the 41. And now the Jackets need to get a stop. Tonkawa can take the air out of this one. They would love to just run that clock out. Fairview does have 3 timeouts. Tonkawa has used all theirs. 41-yard line, 4:59 to play. And Tonkawa can move on to next week.
And they're going to get a face a rival from down the road, Morrison.
Right. Morrison was leading Stroud, 16-0 last time I saw. On first down, hand off near side. There's Chandler, and he got it out of bounds, which is
going to take this direct snap here. He's running to the right, got a hole, takes it upfield. He's got a hole. 5, touchdown Knights! Mason Snyder put the ball in his hands and let him go to work, ladies and gentlemen. What a play by Mason Snyder, who takes the direct snap up the right side of the field for a Crossings Knights touchdown. Fantastic blocking, fantastic play. You saw a little bit of a Belldozer package there, what the Sooners used to do with Blake Bell. They just ran that with Mason Snyder. Waited for his blockers, saw the hole, hit it hard, and took it in for 6. Mason Snyder, ladies and gentlemen, he is an absolute delight to watch. Low kick there by Jolliffe. This one's going to be no good, actually. It looked like it went through the uprights, but this is a low kick that's...
Ooh, yeah. You know, obviously the result's not going to be what we wanted tonight, Coach. But if you'd told me going into the season, the beginning of the season would be 10-1 on the road playing the defending state champions, I regardless of the outcome, I'd taken it.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a successful season. Obviously, I mean, it's been a lot of fun. 3rd and long, try to get him on the screen pass. It will fall incomplete, so brings up a 4th down now for the Dragons.
It has been a fun season, and you think back to when Coach Hughes came on board, won 2 games the year before, He won 4 in his first year and 7 last year, and then here we are in double-digit wins. That's really impressive to see that steady climb in the win column. And the other thing is we did graduate a ton of kids last year. We really only had 3 kids returning with significant experience, and mix in a bunch of freshmen, and then roll to 10 wins. I mean, that's tough to do and really impressive. And
Yeah,
kind of speaks to the job the coaches have done. And
15 yards from the spot, and then you replay 4th down. So it should be replay 4th down if they want the penalty.
I don't think this referee's going to give it up. I think he's just going to.
He doesn't want to say he's wrong, and he is clearly wrong.
So we're going to have to ask Coach about this when he comes up. So it's. Listen. Oh, actually, we may have a little conversation here. Okay. So we're going to keep this going. Hey, let's go to a timeout. I'm tired of talking. Let me get a drink of water. We'll be right back here on CW.
Throw it. Oh, his receiver fell down. Pass was intended for Wheeler, and Wheeler slipped. Jax Bernard has thrown the ball 29 times tonight. Yellow Jackets, do they have a miracle in them to get to 12-0? Or will Tonkawa move on and win for the 6th time against Fairview since 2000?
You just need something quick here.
The ball caught out in the near side, and to the 39-yard line goes Micah Wheeler, who slipped on the previous play.
They're going to call a horse collar, I believe.
Seven-yard completion. They're going to add something to it. Wheeler's 3rd catch of the night. Now to move it out across midfield, put it into Tonkawa territory to the 47.
I don't know if it was a face mask. It looked more like a horse collar, but.
3 minutes and 40 seconds to play. Clock rolls.
And look for him to go up top to Burris here. Something.
Bernard has time. Now to the right. Back across the middle.
Tough.
Ball is tipped and
it's
caught on the that is Hauk. Hauk to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and Hauk out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. What a fortuitous deflection that could have very easily gone the other way and end up in the hands of Austin Hauk.
And a big-time play there by Hauk.
Down to the 7-yard line, he gains 40.
And now Fairview has life.
First down and goal from the 7. 3:19 to play. Clock is stopped as Hauk got out of bounds. Fairview has all 3 timeouts remaining.
Oh, they got an eternity of time.
And boy, you really wonder what Tonkawa was thinking as they were in that previous drive, did not run much clock off.
That's
back corner fade, ball deflected away. Nice defensive play there. That's take it back. It is Jake Randall. Second down and goal.
Well, Hauk's a warrior. He has really battled this game. He's been big on both sides of the ball for Fairview. Made the touchdown catch, stepped in front of a defender, and he's made some big defensive plays, too, in this game. He's been all over the place. And only, a junior or sophomore?
Yeah, Austin Hauk is a junior. He's back. A lot of these guys are back next year for both these teams. Hauk in the slot left, and now is Fairview going to burn that timeout?
I think it's going to be a false start. Or maybe he's offsides. I don't know what's going on. Offsides.
5 yards or half the distance. We'll put it inside the 5-yard line, down to the 2. So from the 7 to the 2, the 5-yard penalty. This gets very interesting if Fairview can score here.
Ooh.
And tick, tick. No gain on the run. 3rd down and goal. Under 3 minutes to play. And if I'm Fairview, you need to hurry it up a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of time rolled off there.
A few scores to update you here tonight. One of our games, the Minko at Ringling game, Minko was having some technical difficulties and wasn't able to stream it. Ringling leads that game 72-6 in the 4th quarter. So it looks like Ringling will move on to advance, the winner of Mounds versus Pawnee next Friday. Also in Class B, Dewar beats Garber 58-8 final in the 3rd quarter and will move on in their playoffs as well.
4 or 5 doesn't matter, but getting it to 3 is huge. So it's 18-13, 2:41 to play, and we are not done yet. There is more meat left on this bone. Bernard, right side,
Nice.
Ball caught. There's your 2-point conversion to Brenner Fortune. 18-15, we'll take a break. 2:41 to play. You're watching the game of the
Is 4th down territory for Coach Keithley. I would expect him to run it twice. Get about
Also,
half the yards that you
Balco
need on
Forgan
this
takes
3rd
the
down
long bus
and
ride
then
into
punch it
Empire
in on
and
the
wins
4th
that
down
game
try. That is what I would
50-6 and
expect
will
if they plan on
advance
going
to
for
the
this.
next round of the
Drew
playoffs.
Wood from the shotgun here. We'll see what he does. Calls a man in motion, takes a snap. It's going to be a reverse to Snyder. He's got green grass in front of him, turns it upfield, and that is good for a Knights 1st down and 10. Great play by Coach Keithley. Anytime he's needed that huge burst, that huge play, game on the line, he has gone to Mason Snyder. He has put the ball in his hands, and Mason Snyder has displayed his dynamic playmaking ability all evening, ladies and gentlemen. Drew Wood from the shotgun here. He has trips out to his right once again. He takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And he's got room to run. That's almost a 1st down. Great carry there by Silas Ward. Gets about 8 yards. That was Register in on the tackle there for the Leopards. Register has had a great game. That fantastic receiving touchdown. He's really done it all here for the Leopards, defensively as well. Great all-around game. Silas Ward, though. Silas Ward continues to make plays for this Knights offense. And how can you stop them, folks? How can you stop them? The playmakers all over the field are ridiculous.
Didn't go 10 yards, but it was touched.
Yeah. Randall jumped on it early and then kind of lost it and rolled over back on top of it. The thing is, though, Fairview has 3 timeouts. This game is far from being over.
Well, now Tonkawa will take over on the Fairview 46.
And you never know, Tonkawa might throw it 3 times.
Said it a while ago, Fairview's been here before this season. They've had a couple of games where they've had to pull it out late, trailing late.
It'd be interesting to see if they run the quick toss play. That's a kind of a risky play.
Going to hand off to Kai Day. Tries to get to the edge.
That's going to be a hold. And he runs out of bounds.
And not much gain at all. The clock will stop as he runs out of bounds. You're exactly right. Which I wonder. They'll give him a gain of a yard.
But there's going to be a hold.
And the thing about it, it'll be a 10-yard penalty, but they'll get another play, which means more time.
Correct. But then you got to play the field position scenario if you're Fairview too, you know.
So the penalty will mark it back across midfield to the 41. So now it's 1st down and 20.
This crowd's going wild.
Near side, Jackson. Jackson slips. He's down. Will Fairview burn a timeout? They will. No gain on the play. Oh, my. This is about to get interesting.
It is. It really is.
Let's take a break. 2:27 to play in the game. Tonkawa 18, Fairview 15. You're watching the game of the week on Skordle, brought to you by
the High Plains Insurance.
5. The clock is still ticking, and the Knights have erased all hope of Lindsay coming back in this game by just simply running the ball. Takes the snap. It's going to be a pitch again to Snyder, who turns it up to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Knights! And that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. That will likely ice the game, and the Knights are moving on once again. A deep playoff run in store for these Knights fans. What a time to watch this football team. What a time to be a fan of the Knights. And Mason Snyder takes it in once again, continuing his incredible performance. Wow.
Morgan will hand off up the middle, and that is Jackson being pushed back. Nothing doing, and Fairview will call another timeout.
And just another big stop for Fairview. I mean, obviously all the momentum is on Fairview's side right now.
He lost a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 21 now. Let's go ahead and just keep this one right here. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to play. Take it back. He lost more than one. Let's say he lost. They're going to say he lost 3. So it's going to be 3rd down and 23. Ball is resting at the 41-yard line. And Fairview has a great shot of getting the football back with 2 minutes or more left in this one. And we'll go back, and if Tonkawa loses this ball game, we're going to go back and look at that last possession where they had the ball and
there was 4:40 on the clock, and they threw and they literally took.
Well, the drive started with 4:59 on the clock, and Fairview took over with 3:55. They ran 1 minute 4 seconds off the clock.
That's just crazy. I mean, Fairview wasn't using their timeouts.
Yeah.
I mean, you run the ball just 3 times naturally there. Probably another minute or so comes off the clock. But credit to Fairview.
Yep, 3rd down and 23. Hand it off again, Jackson.
There's going to be a hold again. Hout got held.
Tackled from behind as he stopped by Caden Pettis.
But I don't think he's going to take the hold.
No, I don't think you want to give them another play because it's going to be well short. It'll be 4th down at about 15 or so.
Because if you give them another play, then you don't have your timeout. It allows them to run the clock also.
Yep.
So you decline it, obviously.
So it'll be 4th down and 15. Is he going to take it? No.
No, he will not take it.
No.
Because they'll be able to run clock if he takes it.
They're going to call that last timeout. So now it is going to be 4th down and 15.
Good timeout by Bernard.
And a timeout. Let's take a break. 2:12 to play in the ball game. It's 4th and 15 for Tonkawa when we come back. You're watching the Game of the Week on Skordle, presented by High Plains Insurance.
To the left side. He's done a pretty good job of returning the ball tonight. He takes it to the 30-yard line of Jones. Washington 52-21 with 4:45 to go. Warriors will take on Rejoice Christian in Owasso, Oklahoma next week. Not a lot of more fun for a high school kid than get to practice, miss school all week next week, and just get to practice football during Thanksgiving. Carson May scrambling, looking to throw it, and he is brought down. Hayden Milner, yeah, flex on him, son. Sack the Division I quarterback. And makes it 2nd down and 11 for the Jones Longhorns.
Had that interception early on, Chaz Slavens, the big tackle in special teams. If Fairview is going to win this game, they're going to have to earn it. They're going to have to go 80 in 2:04.
And I think they can do it. They obviously proved that the last possession. Obviously they got a lucky bounce, but, man, get the ball close to Houck and good things happen.
Actually, it'll be 79 as they'll take over at the 21.
Back to doing your math again, Tom.
That's right. Who thought I'd need math in this business?
You know, just be patient. Don't worry about trying to get it all on one play. Bernard's got a good enough arm. You know, pick up chunks and get out of bounds.
Bernard has time,
Ooh,
steps up. Now
good.
he throws one up. He was sacked and got rid of it. Incomplete. That was dangerous.
Yes, it was, and that was really. The Yellow Jackets were lucky there. Bernard just barely got that ball off.
So it's 2nd down and 10. The clock stops.
That time, too, obviously, Coach Bernard was looking for something to the sideline. That throw across the field to the wide side of the field is a tough route. I'd like to see him maybe throw something shorter to this short side of the field, or even maybe Perez out of the backfield. Oh, goodness.
Dropped out there by Wheeler, incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 10. We were here 2 weeks ago. Fairview took over with 2 minutes left, went 70 yards. Touchdown pass from Jax Bernard to Austin Hauk, 8 yards, and that was the difference in the ball game, 30-28 the final. Can Lightning strike twice? Well, now 3rd down and 10. They've got 2 downs to get the 1st down.
Now look for him to go to Hauk down here on this side of the field, run a little stick route, get enough yards for the 1st down. Or they're going to go with a post on.
He's got to get rid of the football, though.
Yes, he does. Nice ball.
Caught.
It's out of bounds.
Sideline. Was he out of bounds? I believe. They're going to say it's open. Say he's out of bounds. It'll be 4th and 10. Here comes your season.
I don't know
here.
why it took the officials so long to call that. He ran down the field 10 yards before he could have easily just let everybody know it was out of bounds at first. Trying to cause drama, Tom.
Here's your season right here. Got to keep it interesting. Got to keep it interesting. Now 4th down and 10.
We're not the only ones standing.
Minute 42 to play. If Fairview does not convert right here, Tonkawa will take over with a 3-point lead. Fairview with no timeouts remaining.
I'm getting the ball to Hauk. You know, the problem is they don't have any timeouts. You can't call a timeout. That's going to be a delay a game.
Clock runs down to 0.
That's
so
almost a better scenario, though, because you actually, what's the difference between 4th and 10 and 4th and 15 when you're trying to get a good play in? It's probably smarter that they can regroup and Coach Bernard can get the right play in. You saw Jax trying to get a timeout. The official looked at him and was like, you don't have any timeouts. At least they don't have a rule, like a silly rule in basketball where you get a T for it.
They've got to.
Still bitter about the Fab 5 team.
Get the ball past the 32-yard line. The line of scrimmage is the 16.
He's got time. Just be patient. You can see that freshman kind of coming out in Jax. There's Hauk. Oh,
left side, ball is caught. 1st down. Brenner Fortune. Huge catch. Huge throw.
There's still a minute 35 to go. Big conversion for Fairview.
Mark the ball at the 33-yard line.
And now you put the pressure back on Tonkawa here.
17 yards, 1st down.
Oh, no. Don't take a sack. Can't do that.
Tick, 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 tick with 1:30 to play.
And they've got time. Still. Oh, they fumbled the snap. He just needs to get rid of it.
He's going the wrong direction now. He's sacked back at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he just needs to get rid of it.
Dominic Grind with the sack. And that'll keep the clock rolling, a minute to play.
Yeah, Fortune can barely get back to the sideline.
Lost 13.
He's not going to be able to cross. Now they got to send Fortune to the other side of the field. There's a flag here. I don't know what this is all about.
Whatever it is, it might be a break for Fairview. It stops the clock and lets them regroup a little bit.
Illegal substitution on Tonkawa. I mean, that is
Put it back to the 27-yard line.
And it stops the clock, but I believe the clock will start back again, right? No, it won't. That killed Tonkawa.
It's 3rd down and 17. Clock is stopped with 48 seconds to play.
Not sure why Tonkawa was substituting there.
Bernard's going deep. Looking for Burris.
Oh.
Incomplete. Burris on the dive.
That was a heck of an effort by Burris.
And once again, here we are at 4th down.
Well, Fairview has found a way on all these 4th downs, it seems like the whole night. See if they can do it one more time.
Winner takes on Morrison next week. Loser will see their season come to an end.
Two guys open.
Pass is caught.
Not going to be enough.
Short of the 1st down. The catch made by Burris at the 41-yard line, but he needed to get past the 43. So he'll gain 14, but he needed about 17. And that should do it. Tonkawa's got the ball back. They can take a knee once with 32 seconds to play, and the Bucks will be moving on to the next round of the playoffs. What a great season it's been for Fairview. They'll finish 11-1.
Yeah, and what an incredible job of battling back by Fairview. When it looked like this game was well in hand, and they really battled, and they battled there too at that last possession. You got to give them a lot of credit.
Fairview will look back on this ball game. There were some penalties that they are going to look back on and regret. But boy, I tell you what, this is the ball game I thought it would be. I thought these defenses would hold true to form, and that's what we've seen tonight. Clock ticks down to 0, and Tonkawa's moving on. 18-15, the final score. Fairview will wrap up their season 11-1. Tonkawa moves on with a record of 9-2. We'll take a
I was just going to say, I mean, hats off to Tonkawa, too. They really came out strong in the second half. You know, besides that third quarter, this game was a very evenly matched game. And, you know, big-time credit for Fairview to get that late score and then also to give themselves a chance to, you know, possibly win the game late.
It was Tonkawa coming out of the locker room, scoring on the first possession of the third quarter to grab the 12-7 lead, then getting the pick and scoring again to go up 18-7. And it put Fairview on the, they had to come back the rest of the way, and they almost did it, but they lose 18-15. We'll take a break, and our post-game show begins after this. You're watching the Game of the Week on Skordle, brought to you by High Plains Insurance.
Sorry?
Oh, it's okay. I thought that Tonkawa Fairview game might get over quick as much as those two teams like to run the ball, but who knows?
Last updated. It could be over right now. It was last updated 17 minutes ago. So.
Oh goodness. All right, so running clock, 3:37, fourth quarter, 3rd and 5 from the 44 of Cashin. Hooker Bulldogs are driving here. Waiting at minutes. Splits Branson with the hit. Coming up. Caught. Nice work there by number 82 for the Hooker Bulldogs. That is Blaine Payton, junior, 6'2", 175 wide receiver. And that'll be enough for first down. And, you know, Branson coming in hot. Hit Braxton Burge right on that throw. Otherwise, it would have been a big sack for the Cashin defense.
You got to be careful on those. Those referees like to throw those flags.
You protect the quarterbacks.
Anytime.
Protect the quarterback.
After that throw. But
I'm okay with that.
Must have been right in time.
Inside of fumble, Quezada. Cashin loose ball. Looked like Cashin had a chance to recover that. Ball. Let's see if we do.
Oh, it was close. We had somebody there to jump on it. Looks like it. He's underneath there with it. Looks like.
Jaden Miller with the recovery. Love seeing that from number 77. It'll be Cashin football. Did they say hooker ball?
How was that? He had the ball when he got up, wasn't he?
I don't know how that happened.
I'm also confused as how that happened.
They're a lot closer than we are.
A few more scores to update you here as we wrap this up. Tonkawa edges Fairview 18-15 to advance to the quarterfinals of the Class A playoffs. Jones beats Washington 52-21 to advance, and as I mentioned earlier, Dewar beats Garber 58-8. Cashin leads Hooker late in the fourth quarter 55-6. Ringling rolls Minko 72-12, and Crossings leads Lindsay late in the fourth quarter 55-20. If you want to watch the rest of our games, the Cashin game is going to be broadcasted on CashinWildcats.tv, and our Lindsay at Crossings game will be broadcasted on CrossingsSchools.tv. Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you next week.